guess. So, you know, there are some people that are very good at this guessing game. Some people can actually look at you and say, okay, you do this thing, you this thing, you know this thing, or this is something about you. Okay, let me use our sketch for instance. Who could tell that Mrs. Fakoya was an English teacher? Who could tell? I could tell. Right, from the accent, right? From the dressing. So, there are sometimes by looking at your opponent or the other contestants, or by hearing them speak, you can actually tell one or two things about them. So I want to see if we can figure out which is the lie from what these contestants have said. So let me just have just 3 volunteers so that it does not take too long. 3 volunteers. Thank you very much. I love your smile. The lady in glasses and in blue. Thank you. Come forward. Any other person? Volunteers? You just want 2 more? Volunteers, 2 truths and 1 lie. Come on. God bless you. The lady in blue also. I think the theme for today is blue. So if you're not wearing blue, I think you're in the wrong place. I think you're in the wrong place. Okay, so we have 1 more person. I'd love if you can be a man, please.
Yeah, very important.
Guys, don't. God bless you, young man. God bless you. Yeah. So come very quickly. All right, so let's put our hands together for these 3 volunteers. Many of you did not come, so at least put your hands together for them. Thank you very much. All right, so like I've said, I'll say the rule of the game again. You say 3 things about yourself. 2 of them must be correct and 1 must be false. So after saying it, we'll hand the mic, we'll give the stage to the other contestants to determine which is the false. Now anyone that gets it stays. Anyone that misses it goes. So at the end of the day, we'll take the tally, then we can know the first, second, and the third. Thank you.
All right. Can I say my name?
Yes.
My name is Timothy. And the first thing I will say is I studied industrial chemistry.
Industrial chemistry, that's the first thing.
The second thing I will say is I
don't know that is the lie, don't clap.
I teach chemistry.
Industrial chemistry, it teaches chemistry.
And the third thing I will say is I'm into graphic designing.
He's into graphics designing. 3. Alright, thank you very much. Hand it over to the next person.
So what is the lie? I think the lie should be I studied industrial chemistry.
Okay, the lie is he studied industrial chemistry. Okay, alright, and the next person.
That's the lie.
What is the lie?
He studied industrial chemistry. The lie.
That's the lie, yeah?
Somebody knows the lie.
Okay, just to button very quickly. Sorry, I'm not getting the map. Is that not meant to be the truth? Because if the person studied industrial chemistry, would they teach chemistry? Yes. So okay, so let me just, so 1 more person wants to join. Sorry about that. So sir, please. So you can have the last take. You can have the last take. Yes. No. Not to say about yourself, just to tell what is the lie. The first thing he said, he studied industrial chemistry, he teaches chemistry, and he's a graphic designer. Those are the 3 things. Which is the lie?
It does graphics.
Industrial.
It does graphics.
It does graphics. That is the lie, alright? So we'll take the tally, not yet. Let's take the second person. 3 things about yourself.
My name is Linda Oluwasui. The first thing, I am Yoruba. Second one, I am married with 2 children. Third one, please calm down. Third one, I teach mathematics.
All right, thank you very much. Let's start with Mr. Timothy.
I think the first. I'll take the first one. You're not Yoruba.
All right, she's not Yoruba. Okay. Second person.
I'm not Yoruba.
Okay, there's a certainty about that. She does not teach math. Okay, now from the audience I heard somebody when she said she's the mother of 2 kids, and they said that one is a lie. Don't let us shock some people. I mean, should we shock them? All right, so we'll not review yet. Let's go to the third person.
Okay, my name is Edu-Tech. I'm an English educator.
Okay, 1.
I love mixing chemicals.
She loves mixing chemicals. You don't know the kind of chemical.
And I studied biology education.
And she studied biology education. Right? Now, okay, don't let me watch it. Alright, let's start with Mr. Timothy.
I would say the line there is you study biology.
Okay, the lie is she studied biology education.
She teaches English.
She teaches English. She says that is the lie. Okay, sir. What do you think? Which is the lie?
She teaches English.
She teaches English. I'll tell you very soon. Okay, but if I'm going to say anything, she speaks well. So English should not be started. No, she speaks well.
Yes.
Right? English should be part of the truth. Okay, let's see. All right, sir. Let's have you.
My name is Kings.
Or you know what? Let's make it a bit of a suspense. Let's reveal the cards a little bit. If we reveal the cards, we will know those that they don't have hope again. Maybe we should just start sending them already. Maybe they have missed everything so far. Alright, so let's see. For Mr. Truth. Yes, for Mr. Timothy, what is your truth?
Alright, so I actually study industrial chemistry.
Yes.
I am a graphic designer.
Yes. I like that. That was the secret. That was the secret. Alright, and you said what, man?
He didn't study industrial chemistry.
He said you didn't study industrial chemistry. That was what he said. Two of you picked the same answer. So we have 0, 0, right? Then he said graphic designer, 0, 2. Good. All right. So what? Yours was what again?
You said you are from Yoruba.
Yes. What's the truth?
And
Holy Spirit.
what's the last form?
Or everything was the truth?
She teaches maths.
Okay, you teach maths.
You said everything as truth. No, don't worry. We'll give you a chance. We'll give you a chance. Okay? All right?
Okay, my truth is that I am an English educator and I study.
God bless you.
But I do not mix chemicals.
God bless you. Okay, so for you, 0, 0, 2, right? Wow, you are very terrible. Teachers, this is what they do when it comes to. So you see, so fun fact here. This is how many a times teachers don't know how to correctly read the classroom. We get into a classroom, we encounter students, and we can't really read them. It's something. We might say, but there is a bit of an intellectual, or I won't call it intellectual. Intellectual is the wrong choice of word. Intuitive. There's a bit of intuitiveness about it. If you're able to read your children, if you're able to read your classroom, read there's something, yes, read even your colleagues. There's something I noticed, you walk into a place or you start teaching in a place, and because, and when you just walk into a place, you see you are very enthusiastic to work in a place, because how would you apply in a place you don't even want to work in the first place? Right now, so you are very enthusiastic to work in the place. When you get there, then the environment is very unenthusiastic. The vibe you are getting from everybody, you don't come join them, you don't enter and feel like that. So you are getting the vibe. If you are not very careful, you get infected by it because you don't even know what the vibe is all about. So it's very important we are intuitive about everything that we are doing. So we have 0. How many zeros now, sir?
3.
Just 1 0, 2 zeros, 2 zeros.
You have 3 zeros.
He hasn't picked his card.
Okay.
Yeah. Right. So let's see. I think we're going to just have someone that's going to win this time around. All right. Your truth, sir. I mean your information. 2 truths and 1 lie.
Okay. My name is Kingsley Southbank. I take my truth in my life. I studied English. I studied English. I run a radio program on Jordan FM Lagos. I am not single.
Right, so let's figure out
What is this truth? What is this lie?
what is it? Go with the lie there.
What is the lie? You study English?
Calm down. You've got this.
You have 2 seconds.
Okay, I'll pick he's not single.
1, he's not single. Any other person?
He's not single.
2,
He doesn't run.
he does not run a radio program. Alright, sir. What's your truth, please? Or what's the lie?
The lie is that I'm not single. I am single.
Oh, okay. Oh, you're the one that made it. No. Let me get this correctly. You are not single, that is a lie. You said that is very obvious. I thought you said you were single. That is very obvious. No, wait. No ring, right? Right? A round of applause for this. That's done very well. Put your hands together for them. Thank you very much. You can have this. God bless yourself. God bless you. Alright, so I believe we are all settled now to receive our next speaker. Now, our next speaker is going to be, this is the bio here, and I was going through it and I was left with very little to say again when it comes to trying to introduce someone. Now, when you talk about expertise, you cannot question the fact that she's, how would I put it, she's the right person to do what is about to be done next. When it comes to experience, you cannot beat, I think I saw it 13 years somewhere there. You cannot beat that. By the time you ask, a 13-year-old child now, probably with this day and age, they're probably very few steps into getting into the university. So that's lots of experience. But it is not just experience and expertise that we want to hear today. We actually want to hear a proof in the pudding. We actually want to see how all of this experience and this expertise translates into how it will transform not just our income, but also the impact that we make in the classroom. Without further ado, let us make welcome Mrs. Blessing Omoshedi. Put your hands together for her, please.
Make you rest on
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, everyone. Yeah, standing on the existing protocol, I just want to appreciate Mrs. Oluwakemi Ajayi for this opportunity to stand here to speak to you all. It's amazing. It has been a journey, in the teaching profession. I don't want to roll my background like everyone, but I just want to start with this. For 2 weeks, we've been trying to get a substitute teacher for economics. I'm speaking on this topic. I think Ms. Oluwakemi tweaked my topic a bit. Certification and strategy to assess prestigious teaching opportunity is in line with this. Now, the question is, are there opportunities in these schools? Yes. My direct line manager left, he relocated, and there was a vacuum to replace him, a vacuum for an economics teacher. We've been trying to get a replacement for over 2 weeks. Doesn't mean people weren't applying. No, they were. I have a copies of some of the CVs there because I got a copy of those CVs. Now, I think on last week Monday, I asked the HR, how many people are we interviewing? She said 3. I said, why are we interviewing 3? She said, out of the 30-something CVs, it is only the 3 that commensurate with what we want. That takes me to a lot of things. And when the 3 eventually came, and we ran the interview, just a simple question. You've been a professional economics teacher for 10, 8, 7, 13, 15, I think one was 15 years. Just a simple question, what is the assessment objective for IGCSE economics? The guy couldn't answer. And where I was seated in that boardroom, I wrote down professional development lacking, content development lacking, lack of in-depth of the subject matter. I don't know how long this man, because he's quite elderly, he has been praying to God, oh Lord, open doors for me, and the door eventually opened. But he was denied access. Why? Because of inadequacy on his part. You can't be teaching a subject matter and you don't know the assessment objectives. How do you assess that subject? According to him, he has been teaching IGCSE economics for 8 solid years, but he doesn't know the assessment objective. And we felt, okay, that may be because he was tense. I brought the question a bit home. I asked, I said, can you just run me through your typical lesson in 10 minutes on any topic on monetary policy? Oh my God, it was a disaster. Why am I saying this? You know, teachers often say there are no opportunities. The truth is that there are a lot of opportunities, but how ready are you to grab it? Even the man knew that, forget it, this is not for me. Out of the 3, we were able to single one out, we penciled it down. So I wrote my recommendation. I said HR. Our sample size, my boss said our sample size is pretty small. Out of 3, we cannot be recruiting 1. Out of 3, we need to roll out more of this vacancy. So the HR rollout, still that the vacancy is open. And we did the last batch of the interview, that was on Thursday. The same disaster. And today I'm going to be speaking what are the certification and strategy of entering or getting into some of these prestigious schools. You know, to get into some of these prestigious things, one of the things, or prestigious schools, one thing is professional development. See, what you don't have, you can't give it out. You can only give out what you have. I'll need my slides to roll. And that's what I'll be laying foundation on professional development, because that was what has brought me to where I am. I do a lot of things. Even if you check my LinkedIn, I wear a lot of hats. Some of you that know the Global hats, yeah, I wear a lot of hats. Red, green, black, yellow, what have you. I do a lot. I'm not just a classroom teacher, because I don't just want to be a classroom teacher. The speakers have said so many things, and it's left for you to pick up something and run with it. What has helped us, those of us, is because when we enroll for professional development, we were very intentional on what we want to pick out from it. There's what we call niche. What's your niche? Where do you want to try? You must determine your niche. For me, you know, when we were mentioning online tutoring, I said, I think I'm the only one that is not into online tutoring. I think I'm the only one. Because I don't know. I think it doesn't just work with me. Sincerely, it doesn't just work with me. The last one I did, it was a serious battle. It was when the parents said, Omo shebi ma beja, don't back come on me. I'll say it in English. Omo shebi, I'll fight with you if you don't teach my daughter. Because I said, no, mommy, I don't do online tutoring. No, I have a lot on my table. When she said that, I said, I just have to do this. So I was teaching the child. You know, I won't mention the amount. I gave her the price in dollars. She said, I will pay. Almost, if this is what it is for you to teach my child, I will pay. And that, when I finished, I just finished, I think 2 months ago, I said, this is the last one, I'm not doing it. So online thing, that's why I said, what is your niche? My niche is assessment. My niche is training. My niche is consulting. My niche is project management. My niche is working with tech tools. That is my niche. Now, what does PD mean? What does professional development mean? I'm going to run with this. Guski 2000 says, professional development is a continuous process through which educators acquire new knowledge, skill, attitude, and improve their teaching practice. What it simply means that if I embark on professional development, something changes in me. What changes, please?
Your attitude.
My attitude. Another thing? My skill. What's another thing? My knowledge. Fantastic. Changes. And when my skills changes, my knowledge changes, what changes? Give me the next change. Somebody said income. My learning outcome. I begin to command what? Results. I begin to command results. See, let me tell you, I didn't start up in prestigious school. I worked into it. I started with local school. My first salary was 17,000. I say it any day, anytime. It was 17,000. 2007, 2008. But when I got in, I just said, let me just, because I was trying to run away from errand. My father sent me on errand almost every day to the bank. So I was looking for escape route. I said, let me just pick up teaching. So I picked up that teaching to do it for the meantime while I wait for NYSC. And that was how I started. When I did it, after a while, I left for NYSC. I came back because I was trying to job hunt. I said, okay, let me go back. I went back. My boss will always keep my position vacant. I don't know how he does that. So I came back, I did that. It was a teacher that spoke about me in high places. She left that local school to a British school. And when she was leaving, she said, "Blessing, I will call for you." I smiled. She was 15 years older than me. Just a very young girl, older than me. She said, "I love what you do." In my head, I said, "Who told you I want to be teaching?" Because I read management science. So she left. In 2 months, I think within 2 months, I got a call. Not from her. I got a call from her boss, who happened to be an American person. And he said, "Hello, Blessing, I got blah, blah, blah. I would like to see you, blah, blah, blah. She spoke highly of you, blah, blah, blah." I showed up. I didn't write a text. I didn't do any interview. I was given a job offer. While I was there with the 17,000 salary, I did so many professional courses. So many. Even I don't even know whether I want to end up in teaching and what have you, because I was aiming to leave teaching for banking, but the banking job hasn't come. Eventually, the banking job came. I got the offer to resume. They gave me a 3 weeks window to resume. The 3 weeks looked as if life was taking off me. I began to ask myself questions: am I fit for banking, or this is where I am? Because my father wanted me to be a banker, I just had to follow. The day I will resume to the banking branch in Marina, I found myself going back to my 17,000 naira job with a suit. And for the whole time, I lied to my father that I was a banker, but I was a teacher. So that he can be happy with me and not kick me out of the house. Professional development, this is professional development. It depends on how you see it. There's a way I can package this TAP on my CV, and it will speak. But the challenge I have with teachers is that, is it not Oluwa Kenny that did it? One Nigerian, you're on your own. That is why you are where you are. I love laying theoretical background to whatever I do. So what are those theoretical backgrounds to professional development? I'm still going to work with Goski model. The Goski model says professional development leads to change in your practices, and with changes in your learning objective, and the last one is the change in your belief and attitude. And I'm going to emphasize on this, each of them. My practices change, my teaching, because I have undergone professional development, my teaching methodology changes. The way I strategize in my classes changes. And what happened? There is a resultant effect in terms of making what results. The school begins to observe that there is something unique about this particular teacher, that his subject is producing results. Are you following me, please? Yes. Then the last one, once you begin to command results in where you work, your belief system changes. You can lift up your head up high and say, I am a teacher. Because results speak louder than mere statements. The second model I'll be working on is the one by Jack Mazeron. Jack Mazeron looks at it as what we call the transformative learning theory. That's what he said under professional development. That if I undergo professional development, something changes in me. The first thing that changes is my what? Experience. I do no professional development, I have no new learning. I have no new experience. So once I undergo a professional development, my experience changes, it takes me down here. I'm going to lay emphasis here. Nigerians are not good in critical reflection. This is what Kelly said something. Said, I sat down in my class and I looked around my class and I picked out all those things I've been doing. What she did was what we call critical reflection. You taught a fantastic lesson. As a teacher, you're supposed to have what we call reflective journal. In that reflective journal, you are going to write out what made this lesson amazing or outstanding. After a lesson, probably you taught a lesson and the lesson was a disaster. Write it in that reflective journal. What made that lesson a disaster? Write it out. What you are doing is what we call critical reflection. When I got into my current place of work, I've never taught in an inclusive school. I always hear the word inclusive education, but I don't know what it was. I would just pretend because I'm good. I'm good in researching things out. My boss always say, oh, this is an inclusive system. I was researching until I got into my first lesson. And I noticed that there is this particular learner. He doesn't say anything. He will just be looking at me till the end of my lesson, from day 1 to week 2 to week 3 to week 4. He became a concern. I did a little background checking on that child. I found out he's a learning support child. I said, wow, amazing. I didn't know what happened a particular day. I projected my slide. The topic I was teaching was circular flow of income. I was looking at how income flows from the household down to the firm, and from the firm to the government, and from the government to the international body. So we're looking at the first sector economy. And I displayed that diagram. For the first time in 2 months, that boy said, Mrs. Omoshebi, take the slide back. I want to see something. In my heart, I took the slide back. He looked at it. He said, I'm good. You can change it. I said, okay, fantastic. Can you explain that diagram? Do you know that this boy ran the diagram, everything in detail? And the whole class stood up and clapped for him. Where I was standing, I was just quiet. In my heart, I said, I'll be shortchanging this boy. He learns through visuals. I need to work with diagrams. How did I decode that? I did critical reflection. I said, it was on time. What is special? So when I was doing my next learning resource, oh my God, guess what? Everything was diagram. I found that since he could play around diagram, then I shouldn't be dropping videos that are I should do more animated videos. So I started searching for animated videos. I found that it worked so well with him. And the boy picked up interest, the boy became very confident, but I'm going somewhere with this. I'll get some reflective discord. When I observed that change in my learner behavior, what happened was what? A reflective discord. What did I do? What do you need to do to get to this reflective discord? It's called professional development. Then I found the boy is ADHD. I went online, I searched British Council for special needs courses, just because of one student. I started doing a lot of special needs courses, because I want to know him. So in the course of that, I found that they play around color, they play around shape, they play around animation. So I was able to fine-tune my teaching methodology to suit him. While I was doing that, I was trying to help one learner, but in the long run, I was helping myself. I'm going somewhere. A friend, we normally ride together home all the time. He said, Mr. Oshibi, there's this Cambridge certification. Me, I know you now. So, are you not going to? I said, I have a lot on my table. He said, oh, give it a try. That's okay, I'll give it a try. As I went on, I told him to share the link. He shared the link with me. I opened it. It was Cambridge assessment to become an assessment specialist. Then I called him and I said, excuse me, he's A-level. He said, hey, I'm Sojibi, I've even enrolled. I said, excuse me, you are enrolled for what? He said chemistry, because he's a chemistry guy. I said, A-level? He said, yes. Why did I look at him? That teacher happens to be a graduate trainee that came into the system. He came into graduate trainee and he grew. And when he said, I went for the A-level chemistry, I was like, wow. So I gave it a shot. When I logged on, I found that it does not end in filling names. There's a segment that says you should drop every qualification that you have related to special needs. By the time I over 17, I just uploaded it. And that was how I became a Cambridge assessment specialist. Now, where am I going? I'm going somewhere. You know, oftentimes I'll see teachers say that child, I don't care, fine. The student that brings the best out of you are the struggling ones. Yes. Sincerely. If you have a class and they have flyers, no, I do have some high flyers, but you have them instead. Just drop this thing, they'll even run it off. The truth is that, fine, it's a very easy class, you'll get A stars, but the truth is that you, as a person, you are not growing. Reflective discourse. The next thing you do is what? Take action. After every professional development, you must take action. If I ask some of you, where is your portfolio? Most of them know what they call portfolio. But every teacher must have a portfolio. And in that portfolio, you must label each. My special need courses, all the courses you give the special needs, drop it. The ones that have to do with classroom management. So that by the time you are applying for a job role, you look at what are the JD. Well, then I'll just open that portfolio and release it. Purpose on our portfolios. And that's why it looks as if it is very difficult to get into prestigious school. It is not. Why PD matters? Deepening your content knowledge and pedagogy. Pedagogy is simply the art and science of what? Of teaching. Your strategy, your methodology. How do you deliver your content? I've seen some amazing teachers, they have the content, but they can't deliver it. And we struggle. There is one, we have trained, we are overtrained. We are even tired of training. But delivery is a disaster. What makes a good teacher is the ability to deliver. So that is where your pedagogy comes in. Enhances students' outcome and learning engagement. The more professional development you do, your learners know that something has changed. You see, when you do garbage in, garbage out, your learners know. How do you know they know? They spoil into your lesson. Because they have nothing to take away from your lesson. But if your learner knows that once I walk into that class, value is unpacked. What do? They will run to your lesson. They will have interest in your subject and they will have interest in you. Prepare you for leadership role. I got my leadership role during COVID. While people were lamenting over salary not being paid, my boss put a call through to me that I have submitted your name as one of the middle managers to be appointed. And I got that role during COVID through my boss leadership role. Do you think my boss just looked at it and said, oh, Omoshidi has a very beautiful face? It's a lie. Can I shock you? When you get into prestigious school, you have to sit up. From your entry point to the delivery of your lesson, you have to sit up. And once, oh gosh, I had one boss, she's in Spain now. No, well, this is a disaster. And when she said it's a disaster, she's checking out of your class. And she's writing her report big time. Check out for query. It's not wahala. It becomes wahala when you refuse to learn. When I got into that school, I knew the school was bigger than me. I knew it. I knew it was bigger than me. One, is an inclusive school. Two, everyone is an expert. What did I do? Every of my free period, I sit in somebody's lesson. Every of my free period, I sit in somebody's lesson. What has kept this man for 24 years? What has kept this man for 32 years? One of our colleagues just is one of the faces on Charter House. You've seen them, Mr. Edu-Tech. He has been in with us for 24 years. What is so special? I sit in with my pen, taking note of the sequencing of their lesson. If there is one rule about Presidio School, you don't lecture. You scaffold lessons. You facilitate lesson. You talk for 5 minutes in the entire 50 minutes. How do you do that? Create engaging activity that will move from one to the other. What do I do as a teacher? I scaffold. I facilitate. I don't know that I'm making sense. Scaffolding. And I tell colleagues that why you have poor classroom management is because your lesson lacks activities. Yes. If you want to check student behavior or disorder lesson, create engaging activity. Children are naturally curious. They want you to engage with their mental capability. If your subject is not measuring up, they lose interest, they leave you and do something else. And that's why if you check the Bloom taxonomy, you see where it talks about the higher to the lower. Your lesson must be so that it should create, it should apply. And that is why, what are your questioning technology? I can drive a whole lesson of 15 minutes through questions. Just question, and I'll drive the lesson. Then what we call flipped learning. If I have a very tough lesson or a very tough topic, drop the material with the students. Tell them to read ahead. That's flipped learning. And when I come in, are we looking at the material again? No. I'm doing assessment in between. We call it formative assessment. And what will happen is you begin to get engaged. And once it's time for your lesson, one of the ways they assess in Presidio is what we call the student voice. The student determine whether your appraiser will be high or low. Not the management. We call it the student voice. If they enjoy your lesson, your student voice will be high. If they hate your lesson, your student voice will be low. And if the student enjoys your lesson, because most of the Presidio schools, they run like university campus, where you move from one faculty to the other, that's how they move. If they have a particular lesson and you see them running, that's one of the yardstick or measuring a good lesson where I work. I have this lesson. I'm running. You see the children running with their textbook to meet up with that lesson because they know that that lesson is value packed. And what gives you value is your PD. At this, I do Pearson Edu-Tech Enterprise, and it's a portfolio course. When I say portfolio course, that means the student have to write, like when you write university projects, so it's a portfolio course. So, in the course of teaching that Edu-Tech Enterprise, business technology enterprise, and we open up, the day I open ChatGPT, and I use it to teach them how to do this. I open my ChatGPT, I projected it, I dropped their copy, because I tell them, I say, you are plagiarizing. I can see you are plagiarizing. You're like, something I do, I just drop it on my Turnitin, and it turns out red. They say, wow. So you think you are so gifted. I say, I'm not gifted, it's PD. It is what you have that you give. Support adapting to new tools. Support adapting to new tools. If you are open to professional development, to use any new tool will be easy. Even before the school will discover it, you have already started using it. Let me run, I have 5 minutes. These are the core areas. I think she will drop these. Core areas where you can do professional courses. If you want to work in some of these prestigious schools, ICT integration is a must-have. It's a must-have. You must at least know how to use, if not 5 major tools. Google Classroom, how to run Google Classroom, how to Seneca is one of it. You should be able to do it. Curriculum development and assessment is another area. You can go into assessment. Classroom management is some of the areas you can look at for courses here. It's very, very important. But most of the interview, they will ask you, how do you manage your typical classroom? And when you are speaking like a typical Nigerian teacher, they know. Because there are some British terms that we want you to use. Classroom. Special needs and inclusive education. Fantastic. This is one area that is a gold mine. Go on Postero, you will see these courses. Learn about it, because when you get into some of those big schools, they are mostly inclusive schools. When I say inclusive, that is mainstream and students with a bit of learning disability. So you should know how to do, how to diversify your lessons when you have them. Leadership development, reflective practice. This is one of my area, reflective practice. Major area. I'm too far. These are some of the free PD courses that you can do. We have Coursera free courses on teaching and learning. Log on it, do the courses. Future Learn. We have the one by British Council. Mostly British Council courses are pretty paid for, except you are in a British Council school, where you get them for free. But if you are not in British Council school, you have to pay for them. Then we have some PBS, free online courses, fantastic. PBS, you can see a lot of courses for teachers there. Then more. This is amazing. Just log on to Prospero Learning. You see a lot of courses on special need education free of charge. Introduction to safeguarding. Yes. Another thing I'm talking about safeguarding, most of the prestigious schools want to know what are your opinion on bullying. So safeguarding tools, you can run this course. Google for Education Teacher Center, fantastic. You can get so many courses on there. Seneca Learning, Seneca is amazing. Then if you teach KS3, KS4, amazing too. You can just log on it. Open Learn is another place where you can get free certification. Just bombard them, have them. Free certification. Then strategy for assessing prestigious school. Build a strong professional portfolio. Very, very important. You should have portfolio. Portfolio should comprise of what are the certifications that you have in different areas, particularly special needs. What do you have? What are the certifications you have under safeguarding? Very, very important. Most of the schools, most of these international schools, they want to know how. I don't know whether you heard about child protection policy. Yes, these are some of the things they want to know. If you have an idea of it, very, very important. Network with other educators, super amazing. It's one of the areas you can grow very fast. I got to know Ms. Edu-Tech online. This is my first time of meeting her physically. This is my very first time. But the truth is that I paid for one of her, I think was it book, e-book creation, yes. I saw that and I joined. I've been struggling with my book for 3 years. I don't know, I just have this writer is bed that comes in. So when I saw that, I jumped at it, and that helped to picking that book. I finished writing that book, Echoes of Learning. I gave it out to my publisher who posted it on Amazon. I can't tell you how much I've made on royalty on Amazon. I mean, that tell me I've touched that a lot. Continuously seeking professional development. You must be hunger for knowledge. Very, very important. You must. That's why you are called teacher. You teach. That means you must always be filling your what? Your reservoir. Your reservoir must not be empty. And the teaching environment is changing rapidly. It is very, very dynamic. So you must move with the change. I don't know whether you're getting what I'm trying to say. You must move with the change. It's so important. The next one is research and target specific school and district. When I was trying to move from one school to another, one thing I did was that I wrote a list of schools I'm interested in going into. I was able to write out their website, everything, and I sent out my CV. You can as well do that if you are intentional about a particular school. You can't do that. So write down target school, their district, read up on the school. Then the next thing, highlight your skills and expertise. I'm going to talk about this. Oftentimes, even when we are teachers, they give us some side roles to play. They can say, Miss Kemi, you are the one that will handle this club, that club. Now, I want to say something there. That activity that you are handling, that particular activity, find a way to coin it into your CV. When I got into my current school, I didn't go in. I wasn't how like this. I wasn't employed as an economics teacher. I was employed as an enterprise teacher. Because somewhere in my CV, I wrote what I've done in enterprise. So they got a new head of school from Britain that came down from Britain, and she happens to be someone that is entrepreneurially driven. So she wanted to enlarge the curriculum to bring in enterprise. So that was the search for teachers for enterprise. Lo and behold, in one of the activities, I wrote to them what I did, what was achieved, and that was how my CV was picked up. But once I was trying that, they just say, that my boss is very wicked. Just so that you handle summer school. Handling summer school. What you are doing there, you are acting as a leadership role. So you look for a way to write it, your leadership role. How many teachers did you manage? What was the total number? Because you must speak to data anyway. Your city must have data. Not English, I think 35% of this was made improvement. You should know what I mean by that. So you should write how many. By the time you point that in, already it shows sign that you have handled a leadership position. Thank you. Well, we end this by saying that as educators, there are a lot of opportunities. I don't know. All the speakers have said it. I don't know how far I can. I don't know. The truth is, online, you can't do without online. But for me, I love professional development. I dropped a post sometime on LinkedIn. The next day when I resumed work, more than 5 parents called me and said, "Oh, she BOT resigned." I said, "No, nothing." My colleague then said, "You have resigned, you have resigned." I actually dropped something that I got a remote job to work as a project director. So when I said, "No, I'm working with an educational institute as a project director, and it's highly remote." And my boss looked at me somehow with one corner of eye and said, "Oh, Moshi, you are bigger than us now. Oh, we need to be careful." I laughed. Why am I saying this? There's something this Okusai said, you get to a level where your school begin to be afraid every day whether you will drop your seat, you will drop your resignation letter. You get to that level. And that level is end. You must work. And when you do the work, the result will show. I read Terry Ku's book, 2004. Terry Ku is one of the best authors in economics. Terry Ku, C-O-O-K. In the course of my Cambridge assessment journey, I shared a table, I shared a platform. Yes, I'm handling. And I screamed, I said, "Terry Ku, when you carry out professional development, the Bible said, show me a man that is diligent. He will not sit with men, he will sit with you. Thank you."
Please put your hands together for all of us. I can. My mouth is too heavy to say. If I'm not attended and someone give me, this is what happened. If you pay me, I will cry because I am filled. I am enriched. What about you? What are you feeling now? For every speaker, there is a point. As the speaker is giving you, you are feeling it. As we resume school by September, in fact, the only summer holiday, teachers will be working with our shoulder, not with our shoulder. We don't come program when we say they give us something very sweet. And if you're laughing, you want to put your shoulder, you say you will not understand. My mama cooked something. I'm speechless. But I will come back to this. Are you ready for our next speaker?
Yes.
Are you sure we're ready for our next speaker?
Yes.
Please, let's welcome Mr. George. Thank you very much, sir.
Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon, everybody.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, everybody. Sorry, I'd like to appreciate the organizer of this event. Honestly, this can we just put I've learned so much. I've learned so much. And you know, when I checked the speakers that came up, and where I was, and I was just like, what else would I say? Because they've almost said everything. They've said everything. And so today, I would just like to talk a little bit about developing the entrepreneurial mindset as a teacher. And the truth is, it is high time that teachers begin to diversify. Beginning to diversify as a teacher. And honestly, salary can never be enough. What did I say? Salary can never be enough. I've taught in some top schools in Lagos, and I was being paid. I was paid well. Salary was never enough for me. If you are here, if you are thriving on salary, or let me say your bills every day is on your salary, could you please just raise up your hand so that we know your name of the school, so that we look at where we want to apply to. If that salary, if it's paying your bills, please just raise up your hand. See, I've been, let me say, I've been in the shoes where before the salary even vanishes. It vanishes. Despite the fact that I was doing homelessly, despite the fact that I was doing so much, the salary was never enough for me. And you know, and it was some of the things that actually led me into online teaching. And I just woke up one day. I woke up my wife and I just said to her, wake up, I'm resigning. And the first thing that came to her was, are you mad? Like, do you know what you are saying? I just told her, I said, I was done. Because what I was doing, honestly, I wasn't finding fulfillment in what I was doing. And if you're a teacher here, you constantly need to reevaluate yourself. Maybe you want to do it quarterly, or you want to do it every six months. It is important that you evaluate your life. And if you work in an organization and you are not improving, when I say improving, I'm not saying improving professionally. I'm talking about in every aspect of your life. I want to speak majorly to men that are here. You're a provider, and that is the truth. You need to constantly evaluate your life. And if you work in an organization and you are not getting fulfillment in what you do, please, it's time for you to go back to that altar of prayer, and you need to begin to pray to God so that God can reveal some things about what you can do. Gone are the days when they say that the rewards of teachers
is in heaven.
Are in heaven.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
None
It
of
begins
that
from where?
Yes.
It begins from this head. Gone are the days they will say the reward of teachers. The reward of teachers in heaven. This. Gone are the days they say that teachers are broke. Teachers are not broke. Teachers are not broke. And I just want to speak with us on you developing the entrepreneurial mindset. And like I said, it is time that we need to diversify. See, nothing pays more than when you do buying and selling. Yes, sir. When you do business, when you do buying and selling, even if it's just take a look at what you need to do, that salary will never be enough for you. As long as you sit, strategize, you develop, and you take a look at content creation and you take a look at content marketing, because those are the two things that will help you as a professional. Content creation and content marketing, when you understand your niche, when you know your target audiences, honestly, it will help you and it will go a long way in what you do. I'm speaking to you today here. Let me say, there was a point in my life also that I couldn't boast of 50,000 naira as a teacher. And we just with the whole of everything, and then cooperative was there. You see, there are a lot of fact about cooperative. Some of you may not really know. Sometimes they are just keen to just tie people down. I'm talking from experience, because when I collect one like this, even before it finishes, you are there. Getting another. You are there always, every year, and you're just like, how long are we going to? How long? You want to pay house rent? You go to the cooperative. You want to do this? You go to the cooperative. You go to the cooperative. And you're just like, when will this change? And when I started having that entrepreneurial mindset, that was when things changed for me. My first 7 digits came from entrepreneurship. And I'm saying this here just to motivate us that if you haven't really had that mindset of you saying you want to venture into one thing, or you want to do this, or you want to, there's so many things. You may not even be buying and selling, but when you do a little bit of investment with salary or with what you have, honestly, it goes a long way in your life. And that's why I want to quickly introduce to us about online teaching. See, online teaching is not for everybody. What did I say? It's not for everybody. This morning, I finished my class by 2 o'clock, 2 a.m. And I've woken up. I stay at Redeem Camp. I've woken up as early as 5 o'clock. And I'm here. I've not slept as I am right now. It is not for everybody. It is for those who are willing to do the work. It is for those who are willing. You may be seeing a lot of adverts. How I make this, how I make this, how I make Esa, it is a lot of work. You have to put in the work. You have to put in the work. And so, if you are here, if you have not really ventured into online teaching, after today, after my let me say my presentation today, I want you to sit down and take a look at what you can do, so that you can tap into this. See, the space is big enough for everybody to fly.
Yes, sir.
And that is the truth. You can imagine you are sitting, you are at your home, within the comfort of your home, and even if it's 20,000 naira, even if it's 50,000 naira, yes, sir, it pays more than you jumping on bikes from one house to another. It pays. It pays than you going. I know I know a lot of teachers, they have experience in home lesson. For the work that you've done, you'll be telling parents, yes, ma'am, when are you going to? Like, they look down on you, as if they look down on you like, for work that you've done. And you know, I actually don't blame parents. And that's why you see when they come for open day, or when they come for this, and then for all the good work that you've done, and then some will just 500 naira to you. Just 500 naira. I'll just be like, or sometimes I'll just look at it. You know, then I'll just tell my colleague, look at 500 naira. For all the good work that you've done, 500 naira. And it's not as if they don't have this money. They do. They have. But it is the way the profession has been really cool. It is the way they've looked down on teachers. And so we need to begin to change that mindset. We need to change that mindset, and it starts from you. It starts from you knowing what it entails. It starts from you developing yourself. Honestly, you have to develop yourself. What led me into online, apart from me not finding a fulfillment in what I was doing, one of the things that actually led me into online teaching again was that, you know, PTFA just renovated the school, and they installed so many interactive boards, projectors, and a lot. And so my class was privileged to have one. And then I had a laptop then, but the laptop that I had was, you know, all this TV laptop, that you just plug, when you unplug it goes up. And so I spoke with a colleague, and some of us gathered together, and we wanted to meet the community so that we could speak with the executive, and then they could just give us laptops, and at the end of the month they will just be removing it from our salary. So if you find yourself in an organization where people may not really align with your goals right now, and so many teachers look down on the proposal, and they're like, no. To put the long story short, they kicked against the proposal. Because at the end, honestly, a lot of us were not buoyant enough to afford the laptop. And so they kicked against the proposal. And so, in the next 3 months, we pay instrumentally, monthly for 3 months, and we'll pay back. That was how I got my laptop. And that was one of the things that led me into online teaching. I looked at it and I said, how will I pay back? My salary, I don't even have salary because cooperative, at the end of the month, cooperative has removed everything. So I looked at it and I was like, how was I going to pay back? Is this not something of a shame, that something that you've collected and then at the end of the month you are not able to pay back? That was what led me into online teaching. And so I just felt like, how will I pay back this money? And I started writing. Been making use of social media. What I am today by the grace of God through the help of social media. If you have not been using social media, you are missing. There are two dynamics in media: content creation and content marketing. If you can understand those two major areas, in the next 6 months, I know that your life will not remain the same. And that is it. If you understand those two dynamics, content creation and content marketing. And so I started writing to some brands, this is what I do, this, blah, 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 blah. And then, because of the fact that I got the laptop, I was using it. In fact, it even created an enmity. It created an enmity because so many teachers, they just installed and they were not using. So my own class, I was using it. I was doing a lot of things with the kids. I was doing so much, and I was getting accolades. And which brings me to the fact that if you are a teacher here and you don't know how to develop slides, if you are a teacher here, you don't know how to use interactive board, if you are a teacher here, you still don't know how to infuse technology into what you do, please, at the end of today, go and enroll in one computer school or something, let them put you through. Mr. Mochebi was talking about you honestly, there are a lot of opportunities, but are we ready? And that is the truth. Are we ready? So, if you are not tech savvy, please go and learn. So many big schools now, they just come, give you whatever you want to do, tell you, teach. And you still find it in this 21st century, there are still some teachers who still don't know how to operate laptop. There are still some teachers who still don't even know how to type documents on MS Word. Oh my God. Please, we need to develop ourselves. Please tell somebody, develop yourself. It's very important because it helps you. It goes a long way. When I was in a classroom, I used to have like some colleagues I used to have few friends, and so every session there's always something that we do. Every session, we just sit down and take a look at, okay, what are we doing to develop ourselves professionally? That was how I got IGCSE certification. That was how I got QTS. That was how I got TRCA. That was how I got this. That was how I got that professionally. So we just sat down and took a look at, okay, what are those things that we'll be doing every session? And so it worked for me. And some of those things, it paved the way. Please, let's just develop ourselves little by little. Yes, the salary is not enough, honestly, but with that little, do something with it. Develop yourself. New session is coming now. If you feel that you are being underpaid, my sister, my brother, they didn't tie you there in that school. I have never worked in an organization that I've spent more than 5 years. The max 5. I don't move body to another place. So, because there are schools are paying. Schools are paying. And that is the truth. Who are those that they need? They need those that are outstanding. They need those that are outstanding. When my wife asked that question, if I was mad, I knew from the point where she was talking. Because in the school that I worked for, even one position like this, you will see like 30 teachers. And they may not even see. I was part of those selection committee. There were times that we not even see just one from 20. And so these are some of the things that, there are so many criteria, so many things that teachers, so many criteria that schools are looking at. schools are looking for. And we just have to develop ourselves. Quickly, here, in online teaching, we want to just look at how you can make money as an online tutor. What are some of those strategies that you can do? How do you go about it? What are those things that what are those things that entail? What are those things that you need to do? How can you become an effective online tutor? There are two things that I actually look out for when I conduct interviews for online tutors. The first one is engagement, and the second one is a whiteboard, the use of whiteboard. I'm going to go through all of this. Engagement and use of whiteboard. If you know how to engage kids very well, you've won my heart, number one. And then you know how to use whiteboard. Whether you want to use Microsoft OneNote, or you want to use a Microsoft board, or you want whichever board that you want to use, you can teach while using your whiteboard, because your whiteboard serves as your physical whiteboard in the classroom. If you know how to use your whiteboard and you can engage, those are the two things that recruiters, those are the two things that brand owners are always looking out for. If you can do those two, then you are good to go. The next is now for you to work on your branding. It's now for you to work on yourself and how you can reach out to so many companies, to so many tutoring companies that need your service. And honestly, there are so many companies that we have right now. There are so many tutoring companies that recruit on a daily basis, and they still need children. They still need the teachers to teach. In as much as Nigerians are leaving, online tutoring will still be. Somebody was telling me, I say, I had a conversation with someone that was saying that with online tutoring not crash like this. It's not going to be like MMM. 2030, me, I will still be chopping online money. 2030. And that is the truth. 2030, 2040. In fact, I read an article, and it says that the online tutoring, as you know, the total worth and total estimate is about, when I saw that article, is about $10. And honestly, parents still need Nigerians to teach their kids. Because, do you know why? When they travel abroad, systems are working over there. Things are working over there. You will see in Nigeria here, a child who is 9 years is in JSS1. A child who is in 8 years is in year 7. Some schools accept. You can't blame them because they need more kids. But over there, if you don't reach a certain age, you can't. And that's why you see some parents will tell you when they got there, they have to bring them back. They don't have any option. They don't have any option than to take them back. And that's why they need online tutors. So many clients, parents will tell you, we don't like their lifestyle over there, what they do. They don't beat children, they pamper children a lot. They always tell you, they are doing fine, they are doing fine. A child who is not reading, and you are saying the child is doing fine. No, maybe the child is doing fine. The child is not reading, and you are saying the child is doing fine. They don't give assignments. In the school that I worked for, during the weekend, I will bombard you as I'm writing Baba's name, I'm giving you maths, I'm giving you this, I'm giving you so many things that you would work with during the weekend. And over there, they're like, In fact, a parent even spoke with me and was like, this lifestyle abroad here, I mean, I don't seem to understand what. No assignment, nothing. The children are just there, watching TVs, playing games, doing so many things, and they still need teachers. They need Nigerians. They need teachers. People will still be Japan tomorrow. Some people are still living. Next tomorrow, who knows that maybe tomorrow you can be in the UK. That's what happening. Are you predicting yourself now? Because, Esther, do you think are you downgrading yourself that tomorrow you can't be in the UK tomorrow? So it is. So that's why you see that when parents, when they come for inquiries or when they, you see so many Nigerians in diaspora, they still want to pricing tutoring fee as if they want to pay and sometimes I just tell them and I'm like, is Japan money 20 million? Is it 20 million? No, it is not. And so that's just it. So here, as an online tutor, what are some of those things that we need to take a look at? I'll just have to quickly run through all of this. So here, the mindset. A lot of people still believe that we're still playing. A lot of people still believe that online tutoring. People are just playing with your time and so many things like that. So many people are still shy to come out. So many teachers are still shy to come out, and rather they just stick to the old ways. Let me just go to my classroom and let me just do this, let me just do that. And so many people still see tutoring as a side hustle and instead of a main business. And yes, you are waiting for things to happen. You are waiting for things to just happen like that. And it doesn't work that way. These are so many brands that you can work for. These are so many brands. In fact, I had someone who was asking me and said that, Mr. George, you're almost everywhere. Yes, sir. I know what I wanted then, because as I did, I'd left the classroom, and so I was just sending in so many messages. This is what I do. Just give me a chance. Give me a space. This, that, and they just 2 minutes interview, 5 minutes interview to showcase whatever I wanted to do, and some of them were just wild with what I was doing, and we just started, and that was how I started. And the truth is, you could make so much. You can imagine if you work for like 5 brands, and in each of those brands you are earning at least 100K, which you can do more. Because if you are a skilled online tutor, brands will keep looking for you. As I am now, I don't apply any longer. If you need me, I tell you, this is how much I want to charge. Yes, I still have a brand owners who I'm still teaching their kids. So if you need me, this is the amount I want to charge. And if you can pay it, fine. I teach. I do it. So you can, so many, there's lot, in fact, there are even some that I not see here, that if you hear their rates, if you hear how much they pay, you'll be surprised. Just make inquiry, connect, find out from those that have been doing it. Let them give you connect, little by little, and keep showcasing yourself. And it's the challenge that I see nowadays is that we have a lot of teachers who don't even want to do the work. They just want the money, boom, just like that. And it takes a process. It takes processes. So these are some of this. There are some of them foreign. Some of them you can just you can log on, check. make your profile active on there, and then earn in foreign currency. But of course, if you want to earn in foreign currency, ensure that you take care of the aspect of you receiving funds. Whether you want to use a Wise account, or you want to use a PayPal, or you want to, yes, there are some fintechs nowadays that you can create a US account number. With that US account number, all they just need to do, they just wire funds into the US account number for you, and they pay like a form of percentage, and that's what they do. So these are some of the brands that you can work for, and it's just start, even if it's 2 or 3, start small. As time goes on, keep investing in your gadgets, keep investing in yourself, little by little, because as an online tutor, you need tools that will make you work better. You need tools that will make you work better. If you have your laptop, a very good working laptop, not like the type of one that I had before that was a TV, you need a very good working laptop. If you have that, if it is ticked, then the next thing you want to do, get headsets so that your communication could be clear. There's so many brands, so many headset brands that you can check out for. Then, as a math tutor, or if you want to teach upper primary kids, you need to be able to write effectively on the screen in front of annotation. You need to be able to write effectively on the screen. And that was what led to in fact, I was part of those that actually brought about the writing pad. It's not called writing pad. It is called drawing graphics pen. It is not called writing pad. It is for designers. It is for artists. And so I just thought about, I was just like, how will I be able to write effectively on the screen? Because then, when I started online teaching, I had a tripod stand, and I bought a physical whiteboard. So what I was just doing, I was using my phone to connect with the tripod stand and with the physical whiteboard and with my laptop. And so sometimes, when call comes in, it disrupts, the network disrupts the tutoring process. So we just brought about, and we discovered writing pad. So writing pad, we now took a look at, and ever since I took my time to invest in that, it changed the tutoring process for me. So sometimes, even when supervisors, when they come to your classes and they take a look at what you do, they know that, okay, the rate in which you work, it's going to be different. And when brand owners, when they see that you are a type of tutor who is very effective, you are a type of tutor who knows his or her onions well, they flood you with kids. What did I say? They flood you with kids. Because tutoring companies don't want to be running after you. Nobody needs to come to your class and check what you are doing. They want to be sure of when they give you key, they want to be sure of when they assign children to you that their job is well taken care of. And so, when they know that you are an effective person and you know your onions well, they will always come to meet you. They will always give you keys. They will always, because they know that. And the more the keys, the more money in your pocket. Okay? So here, then, what are some of the ways that you can make money as an online tutor? There are 2 ways. The first one is you can work for someone, and the second one is you being your own boss. Now, when you work for someone, it takes a whole lot when you work for someone. Now, the challenge that you see nowadays is that you just see people who don't want to learn the nitty-gritty of the job. They don't want to learn the tutorial, the way the online tutoring processes work. They just spring up and then, how do I get clients? Are you going to teach me how I get clients? Are you going to teach me how I get this? Are you going to teach me how I get that? And you have to start from there. You have to start from there. Remember I told you that if you have like 2 or 3 brands that you're working for, 100,000 naira, 100,000 times 3, that's how much? That's your salary. That when you wake up 7 o'clock and you earn 300,000. So we need to, our mindset needs to change. If you work for 3 or you work for 4, and you are earning at least 50, 100, it's something. So you can work for someone or you be your own boss. So when you work for someone, what are those things that you need to take note of? Here, deliver quality instruction, have a good background, don't have any noise there. Learn about the do's and don'ts, the rules and regulations, payment, tutoring rates, policies and structures. You need to find out how much are they paying. Are they brands that at the end of the month they are owing you? Are they brands that just find it out, check out, show up for classes and be consistent. Everybody say consistency. Consistency. If you start well, you have to finish well. And I do tell people, it is not about by the number of kids that you have. It is not about you getting the gig. When gigs are thrown, I'm available, I'm interested, I'm available, I'm interested. It is not about that. Even with few, with a little, I'm telling you, it will bring in so much. Referrals does a lot. And that's what you need to know. When you keep giving value to your clients, when you keep giving value to the parents, honestly, they will tell the good works. In fact, even if they are enrolled in one tutoring brand before that they will tell, come and do this. I know of one person that is consistent. Consistency is very important. This word consistency can make you lose a child. You have to be consistent. When your class is 5 o'clock, you have to show up when it's 5. Parents don't want you to give excuses all the time. I'm stuck in traffic. Tomorrow, this network. Tomorrow, that, this, that. They want teachers who are consistent. So you have to be consistent. You have to maintain professionalism. Whatever idea, whatever policy, whatever stuff that you are bringing in, ensure that you carry them along. Be loyal, be a person of integrity. Don't cut corners. Don't be like online tutors who would beg money for parents. No. Be professional, be a person of integrity, and don't cut corners. So mail reports as I went through quickly. And here, how do you become your own boss? You have to hold the platform. Become your own boss. Put in the work. You have to put in the work. If you don't hustle, you don't eat. Let that mindset be in you that, if I don't do this thing, if I don't show up, if I don't post that content, if I don't do this, I won't eat. So you have to put in the work, find your niche, brand yourself as a boss of the niche, be a jack of all trades, master of all. When you start, as you being the boss, you'll be the graphic designer, you'll be the account officer, you'll be the HR, you'll be the you will do so many things. So you have to be a jack of all trades, master of all. Create professional social media pages, get a mentor, and reach out to those that have gone ahead of you. All of these things are very important. And so we've talked about branding here and So quickly, what are some of these documents that you need? Contracts for sign-ups, you need the work content messages, you need consent and testimonials. Consent, very important as an online tutor. If you want to post your content or you want to do anything, please ensure that you ask for consent for parents. Brand owners don't want you to put their children's faces online. Ask for consent. Oh, excuse me, ma, I thought this. Is it nice that I post this to create an awareness, or to do this or to do that? Ensure that you ask for consent. Okay? Means of communication, let it be there. What are your policies as regards missed classes? Sometimes you are ready for a class and then the parents in the 9 minutes, the parent tells you that, sorry, Mr. Yomi, we have at the park this and that and that. Go All of those things are what we need to do. Then, safeguard and child protection policy. What are those things that you need to put in place? Safeguard and child protection policy. Very important. Very, very important. Recently, a woman called out a chemistry teacher online. I don't know if you saw that video. And, you know, the tutor said, my child should dance this and blah, 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 blah. We don't know if it's true or not, but please, let's ensure that we need to put all of this in place as a ground runner. And finally, online tutoring is for those who are willing to put in the work. It's for those who are ready to work. If you put in the work, you maintain consistency in what you do, honestly, I see you moving from that 20K to 50K, from 50K to 100, from 100 to 200, from 200 to 500, from 500 to 1 million, and from 1 million, like that is how it goes. And I pray that the good Lord will help each and every one of us in Jesus' name.
Thank you very much, Mr. John. And I thought Mr. John was going to get to 1 billion. From 1 million to 1 billion. I thought I heard a name somewhere. See, you don't have faith. Maybe I should say the amen for myself. From 1 million or from millions to billions for me in Jesus' name. Amen. All right, now speaking of space, you mentioned that, you know, don't think as an online tutor that you are not really competing for space with someone. He said that the bird in the skies don't compete for space, and the online sphere is a very good niche, you know, to thrive by yourself. And speaking of space, it is important because I noticed that Mr. George Learning Space Limited was not included in the list of places. I mean, in the list of online companies that we have in our pamphlet there. So put that in mind if you want to reach out to him. He is the founder of the George Learning Space Limited. A round of applause for him one more time, very quickly. Thank you, Mr. George. God bless you immensely. Without further ado, because of for the want of time, let us make welcome our last speaker for the day. Now, yes, before I introduce our last speaker, I've been made aware that there are lots of questions in our minds. Now, I'll give just 5 slots for questions. I have one already. So if you know you have questions, kindly write them, signify, I'll take it from you when our last speaker is going on. And we're going to take all of the questions by the time our last speaker is done with his presentation. So without further ado, let me welcome to stage Mr. Adeyemi Abayomi Emmanuel, aka Edu-Tech. Put your hands together for him. He's going to be talking to us about AI. It's something that we need that is very crucial in this world, and I don't need to take the words away from his mouth. He's going to do justice to it. God bless you, sir.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Mr. Oluwakemi, the convener. Let's put our hands together for the convener. All right, I so much appreciate all of you. You are all welcome to TAP Conference. So when I say TAP Conference, you say Smart Teacher. Smart Conference? Smart Teacher. Smart Conference? Smart Teacher. So which means that we are here for a particular purpose. All the speakers have done fantastic. They have done well. But there is one tool that is very important as a teacher, which I believe that we are all familiar with AI. True or false? AI has come to stay, which we cannot deny that. Whether we like it or not, AI has stayed. But one thing that we need to understand is that AI can never replace us as a teacher. Because even as much as AI is important, us as an educator, as a teacher, we are also very important. Without us, there is no way the AI can function effectively. And that is why I'll be taking us on AI. So I want to believe, how many of you have used AI before? All right, almost everybody. So can you tell me, sir, the AI that you have used before? Okay, most people are familiar with ChatGPT. Fantastic, that's great. Any other AI that you have used? Lipsy, Meta AI, and so on. All right, that's great, that's fantastic. I'm here to introduce to you a fantastic AI that is meant for teacher, it is meant for Africa, and it is meant for the whole world. It is the only AI that I can recommend to you as an educator. Even when you are not if you are a content creator, it is very, very important you are aware of this AI. This AI is very important. It was created for educators, it was created to facilitate, to help us to make our work easier and simple. And what is the name of this AI? The name of this AI is the share that I'm putting on, it is called Gmind AI. So when I say Gmind AI, you tell me teach smart. Gmind AI. Gmind AI. All right, slide 2 please. Okay. For this, what are the use of Gmind AI? Gmind AI as an educator, because it's not just an AI, artificial intelligence application. It helps us to be able to make it faster and quick. It is an AI for all educators and helps us in imparting knowledge into our learners. It has a lot of classes which you can use as an educator. That is one of the functions of Gmind AI. So it helps us to be able to facilitate, and it helps us as an educator to impart knowledge into our children steps by steps. The next step is also helps us as a teacher different materials when we are not online, even when we are not around. Most of the educators have talked about online teaching, classroom teaching. This AI gives you a room to post your content. It gives you a room to upload your notes on the platform. And when you have an online student, they are able to access it by giving them a particular code. They will access it with their email. They will even read before the class. You can also have a live class on this platform. Now, what is this platform all about again? It also helps, so this is the interface of this platform. For you to have access to Gmind AI, all you need to do is to log on into www.gmind AI. And it takes you direct to the platform. So this is what you are going to see. On Gmind AI, we have different ways of chatting. And that is the first thing you are going to see, which is the Gmind Assist. For the Gmind Assist, we have the format chat, and we also have the lazy chat. For the format chat, it gives you details of whatever you are looking for. So when you enter into the platform, just type anything that you want. It's going to give you the details of that content, at the same time giving you pictures, which there is no AI that you will use that will give you such. And that's, I expect a clap for Gmind AI, please. Because if there is nothing that you are looking for, once you type that particular give you images that is related to that particular topics. And that is what Gmind AI is doing for all educators. The next one is the next one, which is the we have format chat, we have the lazy chat. Then we move on to the next slide, which is the writer journey. For the writer journey, it is also meant for educators and also for content creators. What are the things that you do once you want to make use of your writer journey? We have the notes, the teacher notes. You can also create a lesson notes on any subjects. And that is why I say you can never compare Gmind AI with any other AI. You want to create content, you want to create your lesson note on French, is there. You want to create your lesson note on Igbo, is there. You want to create on Yoruba, you find it there. It has more than 50 languages. So that is why I say that is the only AI that is recommended for all educators. Now, we also have the letter writing. And we also have the advanced articles writer. We have the social media. So for those that probably you have rejected, you don't know how to create a content, just go to the social media writer. It will give you all what you need. It will give you everything that you need to do as an educator, as a teacher. You really want to develop yourself. Because the fact is that when we talk about online teaching in a big school, is not an easy thing. That is just the fact, to be sincere with you. You must be ready to be dedicated to whatever you want to do. You must create that time. Because if you are not creating that time yourself, school owner will never give you that time to develop yourself. Except the few that understand that, okay, this person needs to grow. Because they believe that once you have grown to a particular level, you are going to leave their school. And that is what they try and put as people to call. Sometimes, even when some of them are sending you to abroad or to anywhere to go and do any professional course, they are going to give you a form that you are going to fill, that you have to spend maybe about 10 years or 15 years before leaving. So those are their strategies, and that is why all you need to do is just go to Gmail AI. You will see everything. So that is for this. And for the next content, which is the educational resources. So as a teacher also, because just as what I have said earlier on, this application is created for teachers. It is created for education. That is the major purpose of creating this. And so for this, you have your lesson planner. You can generate different syllables. If you say, okay, I've never taught in UK before, how would I get the curriculum? Just go to your generating syllabus. You will get it there. You have never taught before in Canada. You need curriculum on Canada. Go there, you will see it. Once you enter those little, it will only give you some little prompts that you need to enter to generate. And once you enter it, it will generate everything for you. So you don't need to stress yourself. And that is why I say, as a teacher, as a 21st century teacher, we expect us to be able to teach smart. You don't need to work hard. What you need to do is work smart. When you are working hard, you won't see the result. That's just the fact. But when you work smart, you see more better results that you never think of. We also have the math solver. The math solver is in such a way that when you probably maybe maybe one of your child or maybe even your students, they bring an assignment that you are not even aware of. Just snap it and paste it there. Tell me, solve this for me. It will solve it for you. Wow. There is nothing, even if it is English language, biology, chemistry, just snap the picture, upload it and say, solve this for me, you will get your answer. You don't need to stress yourself at all. The next one is the text writer, and we also have the worksheet generator. Just like what one of the speakers said, you can generate a lot of worksheets on Canva. You can also generate it under here. But what you are getting on Canva, you can never compare it with what you are going to get on Gmail AI. What did I mean by that? You have created your lesson notes. Some people, though we are in the 21st century, which I expect all schools to be digitalized. But most schools are not yet in the digital age. Some of them are still writing. You have written out your lesson notes. Snap the topics. Paste it there and say, generate worksheet for me on this note that I have written according to this note. It will generate it for you. You don't need to start setting questions. The same thing under the quote of the day, and okay, we can also get some quotes of the day. You can have your podcast and comments. That is of those that are teaching online, because I will soon show us some platforms that you can also still use for your online teaching. Then we also have the lesson hook up. Now, the next one is the top two, and this is majorly for the tertiary institution and also for those that are good in content creating. So you have your data site tools, you have your transcribe, you have your text, you have the production of description generator, and we also have the flowchart analysis. We have the image generators, which means that you can even generate any instructional material that you want. We have the AI harmonizer, and we also have the speech synthesizers. Now, the major place, which is very, very important. And there is a program going on this one that I'm going to show us through. This work that I'm going to walk you through, which is called the Class Hub. The Class Hub is a fantastic place for all educators. And that is the one that you, me, even others can also use. You are an online tutor, you want to make maybe you are paying for Zoom. For now, this is still free. And even if you are going to be charged later, it will not be more than 2,000 or 3,000 naira. And you will have unlimited class. Not to talk of when you are using a Zoom, in a month you paid almost 6,000 naira for subscription. if you don't want them to cut you out after the 40 minutes. If you are making use of the other one, which is Chrome, and that is under, depending on whatever, the highest that you receive for free is just 1 hour, and that is Google Meet. If you are using Google Meet, it's just for 1 hour. If you want to go higher than that, you need to pay for more. And that is one of the things that one of the speakers said, that you also probably didn't add it to it. As a tutor you want to teach online, it is advisable that you subscribe. The reason is this: if you have a class for 2 hours, and in between it you are being caught or you are being locked out, and the child probably, when it logs out, some children are very funny. Some of them will not come back at us immediately. Some of them you will not even see them again for that day. And sometimes maybe you have been flowing, you have been enjoying the class. By the time it locks you out, and you want to come back, you have to start it all over again. And that is why you have to, whatever online classes you want to hold, you must subscribe. It's very important. So let's have that as part of our mind. And that is what Gmind is doing for us. This is just to reduce the cost of us. So what are the things, once you click on the class, or what are the things that you are meant to see? You are meant to see your dashboard. We have the class of, we have the creation of the class, we have the classes, we have the live class, and we have the class of management. These are the interface. So before you can create any content on the Gmind platform, the first thing you need to do is you need to set your hub. And what is an hub? An hub is just like a mini school. A mini school, so that it will contain all the classes that you want to create. That is what the hub means. Moving forward to this, we have the dashboard. These are the things that you are going to see on the dashboard. The number of students that you have enrolled. You are going to see the students that have partaken in the activities, and the learning materials that you have posted on your Gmind. And also, you look at the console and smart setup. We have the theme ready and we have the quick setup. All you need to do is just click on this start up creation. And once you click on it, it takes you to where you need to enter the name of your hub. Once you enter the name of your hub, at the end of it, make sure you put hub. That is done about the hub creation. Then the next part is the classroom. We have what is called the single classroom. We have the multiple classes. For the single class, it means that for that hub that you have created, you only want to create a particular class. Probably be a math class, a science class, social study class, physics class, chemistry class. It depends on you. But when you select multiple class, maybe you are the type, like me, when I started teaching, taking about 6-7 subjects: computer, basic science, integrated, basic tech, chemistry, physics, maths. Because one day that you are science oriented, they're supposed to be able to take all the science courses. That is their mentality. When you are doing it, you are also growing yourself. If you are doing it genuinely, that's just the fact. Because it makes you to remember all what your teachers have taught you in school. And that is one thing about educators. If you are a teacher and you know what you are doing, definitely you are going to places. And even whatever, once you are doing the right thing, people will see it in your children. Whether they like it or not, the result will reflect on your children. But if you are the type that are not really impacting the lives, definitely it will also show them to your children. And that is why I want us to have this ideology that it is important for that child to do very well, because that private hub will help us to be able to earn in currency. It will just be like an Amazon where you sell your content that wants to have access to it. So you can earn in millions, you can earn in dollars, you can earn in pounds once the private class is being introduced. For the single class and the multiple class now, your student can access it once they have their logged-in details. The next one is, okay, these are the classes that I have created. And how do you do that? That will be later. I don't want to spend much of our time. So we have the live classes. So the live classes is a place that allows you to have a live class with your students. The live class helps you to have live class with your students, like the Zoom you want to. And this live class, just like what I said, it is unlimited. You can use it for as long as you want. For now, it is free. That is for this live class. So all you need to do is just the way you set up your meeting on Zoom or on Google Meet. So we have the scheduled live class. Once you want to schedule, you put the dates and so on. That is for this. Is the class of management. The class of management helps you to manage your dashboard. It helps you to manage your org. And what you do in your org. For instance, maybe you have created an org and you feel that, okay, this org, I'm no more teaching grade 2. I want to remove it. You can delete it. It helps you to manage it. You know, just like what I said earlier on. This Gmind helps you. You can post your content. You post your notes on it, and your students have access to it, even without your presence. You can post video. You can also use it to set quizzes. We have a quiz platform. Just because of the time, I would have loved to show us the live class, all the content under the class hall. So you can set quizzes on it. You can set assignment for the student that you are teaching. So even when you are not around, they can easily go back to it and go through it and do it. Read before you come to the class. That is the functions of this. So for the class management, it helps you to be able to add students. Maybe for instance, when you are creating the class, you only added one student. And now you have another student that you need to add to that particular class. You can add the students. And the student will get the notification immediately you add that student under the class management. And you can also delete from the class management. Now the next one is the student management. The student management helps you to be able to manage your students effectively well. And the last part, which is the teachers management, and that is why I said the only AI that is created for Africa, for the whole world, and for educator is Gmind AI. You can add as many teachers that you have around you. Maybe, for instance, now, instead of teacher A and teacher B to create different class org, once you create one, just add that teacher. Both of you will collaborate on it. What the teacher needs to do is just to add the content. If both of you are the one teaching the same subject, both of you will have access to this. Not that A will create his own platform, B2 will go and create his own platform. You don't need that. All you need to do is just add the teacher under the teacher's platform, under the teacher management, and the teacher will be able to have access to that the same file. So that is the functions of that. Thank you so much for listening. So the quote of it is that Gmind AI, on our side, every possibility becomes limitless. So I don't want you to have that idea. I don't want you to have that ideology that I cannot do it. With Gmind AI, you can do everything. Nothing is impossible. The second quote is that Gmind AI is not just a tool, but is a partner in innovation. It makes you to think. It makes you to create different things entirely, and it makes your teaching different from every other person. Thank you so much. Do enjoy the rest of your day. And if you want to, you can easily scan this, or you reach me on this so that I can add you to the group, which is very, very important, so that you can have a physical training. And just like what I said, right now we are having a program which is called the Hackathon Challenge. The Hackathon Challenge. What is this Hackathon Challenge all about? It's a place where we want teachers to create the class up, add their students, teach their students, do a lot of things under the class up. And at the end of the day, 3 teachers will go in with a laptop, 50 with different prizes. And after it, 2,500 teachers will also be picked, which will be sent all over Africa and also in other countries to have this, that is to do training for them at the various places. And this is not just coming for free. Any training you are going for, there's a particular amount of money that you'll be paid. All expenses will be paid by Gmind AI. And that is why I want us as an educator, when you are leaving this hall, you are leaving this hall as an innovator teacher. And leaving this hall as a smart teacher. No more hard work. All you need to do is work smart. Thank you so much. And God bless you today.
God bless you. Round of applause for him, please. Sorry, we just a quick caveat. Please just add me very quickly. Don't waste time at all. God bless you, sir. All right. So before we go to the next category, which is appreciation and award presentation to speakers, we need to do it very quickly. We need to take this section of question, because what is a class without questions from the students? So the first one, and any speaker can be approached. So just let us be ready, attentive to the questions so that we can answer them. All right. So we have this person shows his appreciation to the speaker, and here's a question: do I need to get back? It says at one of my clients, and I think this should be ready to get back to one of my clients. She just suddenly stopped, but rather she mentioned summer break. I got back to her, then immediately after summer was over, but she still insisted that she was on summer break. Although she mentioned that she always told me that my teaching was good. So this person is asking if he or she should reach back out to a client that has seemingly dropped him or her. Now this next person says, if my client likes changing time regularly, what can I do? Let's take those two questions before we go to the remaining two. And there's still slot for one more question. After that, that'll be all. Any facilitator wants to answer the question? The first one is, do I get back to my clients if the client is seemingly avoiding me? Okay, I think Mrs. Kukoyi is on this one.
Oh, okay. No, I think. Okay, so the first question, sorry. Well, I would say that from what the person is saying, we cannot conclude that the client is avoiding or not. But I want to mention that when we do online classes, there should be regular communication between you and the parent. Feedback, regular. That way, you can really tell if the person is opting out or just trying to, or is just trying to take a break. So, but I would say that if you are getting back to the person and the person says, well, they are still on break, just leave it. Wait for them to get back to you. And don't stay on one person. Opportunities are there. Keep, widening your reach. Many people that I teach, sometimes they don't want to go on summer break. Sometimes I force some people to go on Christmas break because they're saying, hey, if I come back and then you don't have space. Because sometimes I don't even have space. That's the truth. So if I come back and don't get worked up. Because by the time you start asking and asking, the person will feel pressured. Don't do that. You have asked, they said I'm summer break, leave it at that. That's beautiful. After a long time, you can say, oh, I'm just checking on how is it doing, how is she doing? Beautiful. That's good enough. Then there's another question I wanted to.
If my clients like changing time regularly, what can I do?
Oh, okay. I think when I started, I didn't know a lot of things, but along the line, I got to standardize a lot of things. Before we start officially classes with anyone, there are things that I let them know. Just like you buy a product and you have terms and conditions, there are things I let them know. If we're going to change a class, because those things would happen. Sometimes even you as the tutor have to change time. Like the classes I've had between morning to afternoon today. In fact, my daughter, when I went out, I just had to talk to another client to adjust time because I thought I would be available for that class. Now, sometimes it will be from you, sometimes it will be from them. You should have projected, make allowance for that ever before you start. And then you should have your terms and conditions. This is how to go. If you are not going to have the class, you must inform me before, maybe at least 1 hour before class. You make the rules, but ensure that as you are making the rules, you are considering your what life is teaching is than losing a part. So if you have laid out your rules from the beginning, it will become an issue. So when you start and you meet issues along the way, let them always draft down, write down, okay, this is what I'm experiencing now. They will help you when you get new customers. You know how to, pass your terms and conditions to them. That, okay, in case this one happens in another one, this is what I do, this is the rule, this is how to adhere. I think that helps.
Thank you very much, my God bless you. That answers the question. So we have 2 questions on Gmind. So Mr. Day will be taking a feature on Gmind AI for school administration, like a way for teachers to submit lesson notes. Then the second one goes, is Gmind AI same for both teachers and students, or are there different forms for them?
All right, thank you so much. For the first answer, the note you are submitting is for you, is for your personal use, not for the school. The school platform is different. So when a school want to have a host, it simply means that it will be customized on the school name. And that will help the school to be able to have access to all the teachers that are submitting their lesson notes. But for this, it is a personal application which can be used for an individual. While the second question, it is very, very safe, because this is what they use all over the world. This is what they use in abroad and other countries. No, at least you can all agree with me that even those that are going to hybrid school, all of them use computer system. So those that are in UK, other countries also have their personal system. So you don't even need to start sending links to parents. That is the beauty of this. This helps you once you just send the mail. All the children, all the students in abroad, even in hybrid schools, all of them have their email address. They have their school email. Just input it, send the mail, the child receive it on his laptop, and they log in when it is time. It does not need the assistance of the parents at all. Not of that of maybe Google Meet that you will need to send to the parent. The parent will have to tell the child, start going to class, it's time for class. The child does not need that again. All you need to do is just enter, because what you need for the child, for the student to join you in this class is just his email. Once the student gives you his email, you enter it where you are meant to put it, which is the student aspect. The student gets notification that he's having a class, and immediately, once he clicks on that link, he joins you on the live class. And at the same link, the student can also use it to view his note. So for the student, they have their platform. And also for the teachers, as an educator, you also have your own platform. So your own platform is different from the student platform. So you are just as if you are working at the back end, while the students will be seeing the results. Except from the live class. The live class, you can see yourself face to face, you interact and you talk. But for every other aspect, maybe you want to give the child assignment, you are already uploaded it there. So the child can do the assignment. Once it's okay, the assignment, this is the due date for the assignment. All of you need to do it. Even in a full school, the one that I said that probably when the school needs, all it needs to do is just to consult us. Once it consults the Gmind, they are going to customize a site for the school, which all the teachers will be trained, and also the person that wants to be managing the platform. So all know that is being sent there. The person can easily access it, it can grade it. And the beauty about this is no more paperwork. Well, you can do your exam on the platform. Most platforms now, most ICT centers have about 50, 100 systems. Just put the student batch by batch. This will reduce cost of buying paper. Papers has gone up. No need of that. Very soon, WAEC is going to start. They even started the registration, which is the online examination. They've done the testing last year and they are still doing it again this year. So which means that very soon, WAEC will also soon fix out paperwork, no more paper exam. All of them will start writing CBT. And this is the best way to start with them. So that once they are used to it, they will have access to it. Lagos State is going far. Because reason is this, even primary 6 as at now, they are writing CBT exam for Lagos State. I don't know about other states, but for Lagos State, primary 6 are doing CBT. And I know that very soon there will be nothing like common entrance paperwork. Everything will just go on paperwork, because the government is all what is after is just digital. That's what it keeps shouting. So that is my response to you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you, Mr. Edu-Tech. We'll take a few more questions for some reasons. One being, we want to give opportunity for those who are going to be giving their pitches now for the grants to kindly meet Mr. Timmy through the back exit. If you are going to be pitching, you are going to the pitch section immediately after now. The award ceremony is going to be paused a little bit. Hopefully, lights can return so that we can take very good pictures of the awards that have been given. So for those that are pitching, meet Mr. Timmy now, Mr. Timmy Lane, so that we can go into the pitch in the next section. So we have a few more questions. Let me read the one to Mr. George. Thank you to all speakers, Mrs. Ajayi, inclusive. Please, how can Mr. George be my mentor? For us, asking already. Number two, we have, I think Mr. Edu-Tech has answered this question regarding how to incorporate Gmind to school, at the school managerial level. Yes, he has answered it. So then the third one we have is, how can we get the recordings? I'll get information from the convener and the protocol, the protocol officers, and we're going to get back to you on that. So, Mr. George, if you want to become Mr. George, me as the assistant Mr. George, just so you know, come and see me first. We'll work out details, but let me give it to him. Oh, okay, God bless you. Thank you.
Okay, for now, I'm not taking mentorship sessions for now. Reason being that we have kids that are preparing for 11% exams, and that exam is very important that the kids pass. So it has really been taking a whole lot of my time and so many other things. And the exam is in September. So it's like an entrance exam that the kids take from year 5 and year 6, and they take to grammar schools or independent schools. So right now, it's really a whole lot. But of course, the person can reach out to me, then we just iron out what we can do during this August.
Thank you very much, sir. So to the next question, please can you kindly show us steps in starting an online class using the laptop? This is going to be more like a practical section, but I don't know if there's someone that wants to just brush through it. Any of the presenters that wants to brush through it? Okay, Mr. George, thank you. God bless you.
Okay, so if you want to teach online, it depends on which platform that you want to use. So maybe you want to, it's the video conferencing that connects you with the kids. So it depends on how you want to go about it, whether you want to make use of Google Meet or you want to make use of Zoom. Okay, so for Google Meet is free. Most online tutors, they actually start from Google Meet. Then before we dedicated to Zoom. But the only difference there is that I prefer Zoom to Meet because of the engagement. And I do tell people on my team that if you teach kids in the early years and you want to bring the best out of these children, Zoom is the best platform. So just find out, take a look at which one you want to make use of, whether you want to make use of Zoom or you want to make use of Google Meet. So now, one of the things that you have to do is schedule a link. So when you schedule a link, if you are scheduling a link on Google Meet, of course, the link can be like you have a 10-letter code that you'll be given, and so you can always use that link all the time for the kids. So you don't really need to generate another link all the time. But if you are using Zoom, you can schedule your link and put it on your recurring. When you put it on your recurring meeting, so that means that you don't get to send them link all the time to the parents. So since you can't be in a place, or you can't be in two places at the same time. So if you are the owner of that Zoom link, so they can just come into your class at any time that they want. So one of the things that you should also need to learn is how to share screen. So sharing screen, in fact, you won't stop saying, can you see my screen, can you see my screen? Because that's how you want to disseminate or whatever things that you want to teach the children. Whether you teach early years or you teach primary or you teach them secondary, you would have to share screen. And when you share your screen, that is when teaching begins. Like I said, there are two things that you have to take, there are two things that you have to master. There are two things that you have to build competence on. The first one is your engagement. You have to find a way how to engage children. Your classes have to be engaging. It is not gamification, not that, not you playing songs, not you using games, not using gamified. Yes, gamified instructions in work, but you should find out the level of children. If you are teaching exam class, in fact, when I come to your class, I don't want to see you doing any gamified. If you tell me you are using quizzes or you tell me you are using word or whatever activity that you want to use, I don't want to see that. I want to see pure teaching, extensive teaching. I want to see you teaching them. I want to see you solving past questions if you teach exam classes. And so you just have to find a way to engage children. That is the key. That's very important. Engage children in such a way that they always look to your classes all the time. And then another thing that you need to master is the use of whiteboards. Go and learn how to use whiteboards. One of the best whiteboards that you can use is an online tool. Is a Microsoft OneNote. The reason why I said it's a Microsoft OneNote is because of the fact that you can engage the children in terms of when you give assignments. Sometimes the tutor managers or sometimes your supervisors would call for your OneNote link. If a child is assigned to you, they can call that, okay, send me Ayo's OneNote link so that they can see whatever activity or whatever stuff that you taught the children. So find out how to use whiteboard well, and those two things, I tell you, you are good to go.
Thank you very much, Mr. George. I want to make up for you. Right, so for the last question, we won't be getting a tutor one of our facilitators to answer this, but I'll just refer that you can meet any one of them. Many of them are British Council certified educators. So this person says, how can I get registered at the British Council so that I can do their courses for free? Meet any of the facilitators privately, you'll get an answer to this. All right, without further ado, let us make welcome Mr. Timmy as, okay. All right.
Okay. Mr. George has said a lot about how to venture into online teaching, how to put on your laptop. But if you don't know anything about online teaching, you don't even know how to put on your laptop, you don't know how to do anything, it can be taught at a conference. So you can register your intention, just wait behind after the meeting. We have an online teaching cohort that we do 3 times in a year. There was a time Mr. George was the tutor then. So we have tutors, very good tutors that take teachers, and it's free. You just pay for the registration because we want people to be committed, and the registration is just 2,000 naira for 2 months. So it's just free, and they teach you everything you need to know. I know people that registered for the cohort. Mr. George, someone registered for the cohort and started earning. Maybe she was earning maybe 25,000. Currently, she's earning 800,000.
More than that.
More than that. So it's just 2 months, and you will know everything from starting. Mr. Timmy is the current trainer of this current squad. So
and he's also good too.
He's good. We are together. So just register your intention to join the cohort. Register your intention. We have to meet with our team. Thank you. So it's just 2,000 naira for 2 months. It's an help initiative for teachers. The contact. Just wait behind. It's a
so that you can see the convener and she will give you everything that you need. What's the contact?
It's a company's program. So we have trainers that work for the company. That's why it's that cheap. Online teaching, you can't learn online teaching for 2,000 naira. I did not even learn for 2,000 naira. It's because it's a company initiative to help So we have people that volunteer to help other teachers. That's why it's just 2,000 naira for the maybe form or anything. But the training itself is free. Just register your intention. When we have a good number, we'll tell you the time. We add it to a WhatsApp. Thank you.
God bless you, man. A round of applause for her. On behalf of that, we let us welcome Mr. Timilei as introduces us to the participants that are going to be giving us speeches for the grants and the awards. All right, so take the floor. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Good afternoon, teachers. Good afternoon. That's too slow. That's too slow. Maybe we should just stand up. Good afternoon, teachers. All right. Well done, Jan Strike. Thank you so much for putting this together. We are so grateful. I have learned so much. I've learned more from Mrs. Kemi, Asbert, from Mrs. Ofe, from Miss Blessing. Like I've been hearing that name. I finally put a face to that name today. Thank you so much. It was nice meeting you. Thank you. So as we all know, this came up, okay? Yes, of course, from our mama, Mrs. Kemi Ajayi, and I'm sure she also had some support, right, from different organizations that came up together to put this up. And here today we have him. Thank you for bringing up all of that. It's making our lives so easy. And then some teachers here are going to be working away with all of this, right? We all know we cannot give it to everybody, right? So may the best man or the best man win. And we're going to be starting with the writing part. Unfortunately, we have just one. Please come into them. Adeloku, right? Adeloku. Oluwafumilayo. Please pardon me, I'm not your brother. Please help me out. Miss Adeloku Oluwafumilayo. Thank you. So she's the only one going, like she's the only one pitching for the writing part. I don't know what happened. We had a lot of entry for it. You know? It's what it is, right? So we can know if you have the floor. 1 minute and 30 seconds. Tell everybody why you need this writing part so badly.
Hi everyone, I am Adeloku Oluwafumilayo, a play-based online tutor. I help young learners learn mathematics, English language, and even Yoruba in a creative way. But without the writing part, teaching has been very hard than it ought to be. Why? Because most of my learners, they are visual learners. They want to see how mathematics work. They want to see how words are spelled. So writing without the writing part, or teaching without the writing part, has made teaching very hard. So I had to improvise. I make use of the Zoom whiteboard, but writing on the Zoom whiteboard without the writing part makes it, it actually delay most of my work that I would have spent on something else. I also improvise using the screen sharing, and in mathematics you can't be sharing screen all the time. So that is why I actually made this writing part, and I've been learning to have it, but due to financial constraints and other responsibility, I haven't been able to get this writing part. So the writing part would help me teach better, would help me explain clearly, and would help me reach my learners where they are, because most of my learners, they are visual learners. And I want to say thank you to Jam Strike for this opportunity. Thank you for supporting. To everyone listening, God bless you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. So I want to say that writing part is not just for math teachers. So please, if you agree with me, help me. Yes. I am a preschool teacher. Like I've always been a preschool teacher, right? And I teach online too. And I use writing part, Mr. George. Mr. George took my money and he gave me a very beautiful writing pad and I'm enjoying. So it's not just for math teacher, I don't know, but I use it for all of my class. I teach colleagues, I teach them how to read, and it's been helping me. Okay? Thank you so much. Thank you. Alright. Okay, so let's take the next group. So next is going to be for the cash grants. And okay. So let's go. Miss Oladele Moses. Is that a Mr.? Okay, fine. Maybe I will just call the name. Oladele Moses. Oluwajuwon. Oladele Moses.
Oladele Moses.
Please pardon me. Let's go. 1 minute 30 seconds to tell us why you're going for the 100,000 naira.
All right. Good listeners and mass. I'm so delighted
that I'm introducing myself as one of the candidates for this grant and this event as Oladele Moses Oluwakimoyo. I am an educator and a tutor, and not just that, I'm a tutor. I'm a guide for future, and also I build mind even as a student studying chemical engineering as a course. Now, before I got admission, actually I came from a very humble background where admission going to school is so like I just think about it. But with the passion for academics excellence, I was able to secure a scholarship award worth over 6 million to study chemical engineering in one of the universities in Nigeria. And also through this, when I get to university, I obtained a 5.0 CGPA in my first year. And when I was made the academic coordinator in 200 level in my fellowship due to the academic passion and passion for excellence. But I had a thought in me that why can't I give out what I have, this excellence for academics, this passion for great mind, great young men like me outside, students. Now, I will now consider online tutoring. And I was able to give out online tutoring, making learning easy and engaging for students online. But one thing has been challenging me last few weeks. And what is this? My system, my laptop had an issue where they said I should pay 60,000 naira for the graphics repair, and it has been so challenging that there is no hope. And I'm applying for this grant as a student and as an educator who can give out possibilities to students through excellence. When I talk to students, I know it makes their hearts to be enlarged. I have taught students in UK, I have taught students in Nigeria, but this is challenging because there's no system for me, there's no laptop to engage with students, and also I need to invest in my tools, like writing tasks, like Wi-Fi, microphone, and the likes. Thank you.
Next is Mr. Osho. Mr. Osho, let's have you quickly. 1 minute, 30 seconds. Please stick to time.
Alright, good everyone. My name is Mr. Osho and I am the face behind my brand. My brand name is Mr. Osho. I'm a teacher, I teach online, I teach offline. And thank God for Coach Akwede. We need to diversify. So I found myself as a teacher, I can talk. So I decided to convert my talking to money making. And that's why Mondays to Fridays I teach. Saturdays and Sunday I host events. I go as MCs for weddings and red carpet. However, whenever I go for events, whenever I go for events, I don't get to have a good mic like the one I'm having currently now. And that's why I have always been wanting to get a professional head mic like this, so that I can have clarity of speech in my events. And that's why I'm applying for this 100K grant. And secondly, teachers, we create slides. So I decided to improve my graphic designing skills and also do graphic designs. So because of the jobs I do, I deal with a lot of graphic materials and I need a storage device to put this together. And that's why I'm applying for this grant to also get an external disk drive like this. So this together, the 100K can sort this out, and that's why I'm applying for this. God bless them, tribe.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Bolade, let's have you. Bolade Florence.
Good afternoon, everyone. This is me. I am Bolade Florence Olukusola, a teacher in primary school, and this is what I produce. I'm the producer and the CEO of JFB Natural Products. Then this is coconut oil. The least I can produce now is this, and it's for 1,000 naira. I produce coconut oil, coconut hair cream, coconut body cream, and hair cream. But I believe that if this grant is granted, I'll be able to something like this and go below the local. Thank you.
Alright, let's have Olatuji Tolulope. Olatuji Tolulope. Okay, we go to the Sumu Epoluwa.
educator, and I am applying for this grant because I am big on engaging. I'm big on engaging my kids. I'm a mentor of Mr. George Abede, and I teach in homes and home tutors. So I know how challenging it is for me to be in the class, and I don't have enough resources, educational resources, to give these children to play with, because I believe that for early years, they need to touch, they need to handle, they need to manipulate and explore for them to truly understand concept. When Miss Kemi was speaking, I saw so much of myself in her. I create flashcards with paper, biro, scissors, and everything, just for me to take it to the homes of these kids so that they can learn. For example, I'll give you an example. When one parent asked me that, do your agency give you money for all these things that you are preparing for my child? And I just smiled because they do not. So I know how much this 100K is going to do for me, for buying worksheets, workbooks, and so many things that will help these children. For there was a time I needed shining sand for sensory learning, and I had to use Gary just because I know that I don't have the shining sand, so that the child can be able to touch and do so many things. I want to say a very big thank you to Giant Strides, and I will be so grateful if I can get the 100,000 naira grants. Thank you very much.
Olatuji Tolulope. This is the second time we're calling Olatuji Tolulope.
Okay, that's fine. Let's move on.
So that will be all for those pitching for the 100K cash prize. Now we'll be going to the laptop session. And then the first person we have here is Dairo Oluwakemi. Dairo Oluwakemi.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Dairo Oluwakemi. I am an online educator who is passionate about helping young learners grow and learn using visual method, auditory method, and other fun ways of bringing life into learning. I'm requesting for this grant because I currently have a child I'm teaching online. She is a Down syndrome child, and she enjoys me whenever I display the whiteboard for her. But I don't have a laptop of my own, so I use my friend's laptop whenever she's around. But whenever my friend is not around and I'm using my phone or Google Meet to teach her, she finds the class boring and she doesn't want to learn due to her state. So I'm pleading to Giant Strides, Edu-Tech, Consulting Limited, so please, if I can get the grant to enable me to teach my clients very well and also get the best out of her. Thank you.
Thank you. So the next person is Ayomide Abdulhamid. Ayomide Abdulhamid.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Ayomide Abdulhamid. I am a skilled Jolly Police instructor and English specialist, whose mission is to see learners thrive in literacy. I also train teachers how to teach reading through Jolly Police. Okay, I'm pitching in for a laptop because I need a laptop to do more as a young educator. So I've seen different opportunities. Can you teach in Canada? Can you teach a child in UK this time, this and that? But I don't have a laptop. And you know, using a phone is different from using a laptop. So you know what? All these sorry to say, tutoring agencies. When you told them I don't have a laptop, the way it feels, because you really need a laptop to apply for online teaching opportunities. And I've seen so many opportunities to teach because they believe I can do it as a reading specialist. But this laptop, I don't have it for now, and that's why I'm pitching it for this. I'll be happy, I'll be very happy if I can have this, because it will enable me to reach more struggling leaders, it will enable me to reach more learners and do more as a teacher. Thank you so much. I want to say thank you to Giant Strides for putting out these great opportunities for teachers like me. Thank you so much, I really appreciate it.
Elizabeth, Elizabeth.
Beautiful afternoon, everybody. My name is Elizabeth Oshonaike. I am a key stage 1 educator, a reading specialist, and I'm venturing into online tutoring. I'm so passionate about education. You see me, when you see me, you see children. And I believe that every child can learn. You just need to figure out how best the child learns, then you use the right method. Is this same right method that I used in helping 12 children in my class the 2 sections ago? I helped them with the grace of God. I transformed them from emerging to confident and fluent readers. Last term, this section that just ended, I had about 14 children in my class, and out of the 14 of them, I will not say with all my effort, but with all that training that I've learned about reading. You see, reading has to be learned. If you don't learn reading, you won't be able to teach reading. So I believe that I have learned enough to teach children how to read. I believe that I have learned enough to help teachers who can't teach reading, teach them to teach the children learn how to read. And this is why I'm reaching out for a laptop giveaway. I've been using my phone to create worksheets, to create designs, to design so many things on Canva using my phone. But these designs will not be so easy as that of using a laptop. And this is why I'm reaching out for a laptop giveaway from that Giant Stride Edu-Tech Consulting Limited. This will make my teaching journey. It will make me do more. I really want to do more, but I am limited because I'm using a phone. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Let's have Princess Udidi.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Princess Adeni. I'm an educator and an online tutor. My journey to online tutoring started when I found myself in a new environment, and I knew to remain relevant, I had to do something else for myself. I joined the cohort 3 of the online training by Giant Strides and also the in-book graphic design training. Months passed, I had the skills, I adopted the skills, I had the experience, but I had no clients. One of those days, Mrs. Oluwakemi reached out, and in a words of encouragement, she said, keep telling people about what you do. Now, the action I took was to create a flyer. Okay, from the previous class we met, I recreated the flyer, and I sent to one person that I had taught a child before now. And before I knew it, I sent on a Thursday, and I got a client on a Saturday. I got the second client from a referrer, and I started with what I have. Just a laptop that could not just hold for 90 minutes without a power supply. And right now, I have about 6 sign-ups for the summer program, but my laptop cannot hold more than 90 minutes, and I have to teach across time zones. So I'm leveraging on this opportunity. I know getting the laptop will make me reach further, help me teach better, and will help teach other teachers here that yes, you can obtain success even when you start from the smallest steps. Thank you.
Let's have Akilade.
Akilade Sunday.
Good afternoon, everyone. Yes, my story is related to Mr. George. I teach in a public school, but the baffling part of it is that the students have projector, but you find teachers not using it. The reason is that many of the teachers don't have laptops to use to teach these children. Fine, many of us we have the opportunity to use a projector because we have a laptop. But as for me, I don't have one. And I want to teach my students topics in English language that will further enhance their learning. But I don't have a laptop, so I have to project it on the projector for the school. So this is the reason I need this grant. So I'm going to teach my students and make them to become fluent and further their learning in English language. Thank you.
Abimbola Taiwo. Abimbola Taiwo.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Abimbola Taiwo. I'm an online tutor for early years children from...
Can you hear me, please? Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Abimbola Taiwo, an online tutor for early years children from 6 to 8, and also a Montessori director. I see laptops as a necessity and not a luxury. So I'm reaching for a laptop because I've been having issues with my laptop, and so it's no good. And it would help me to, if I can get a laptop
I'll be able to teach effectively, I'll be able to help more children, reach out to more children. I remember lately that we had to use a phone church light. You know, we had to project it so that I will be able to be visible to my children. And you know, children, little children like that, they will tell you, we can't see your face, we can't see your face. And so the laptop is so bad, even at night, because I teach mostly children in the US, and they're like, we can't see your face. So I'm just like, God, please, I'm trusting you for a laptop. So that is why I need a laptop. I will count it a great favor if I can get a laptop so that I'll reach more children. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Abibola. And finally, we have Agbele here, Oluwafero, Deborah.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Oluwafero Deborah Agbele, and I'm an effective communicator, an LES practitioner, and also an English diction coach. So I'm oral English major. I'm still a student. I started my UTME this year. And over the years, let me point out, I started teaching since I was 13 years old. My parents are both teachers, and we all read in our home. Every time I'm around children, they always say, oh, Miss Feromi, Miss Deborah, I would like to be like you, I would like to speak like you. Over the years, parents have been begging me that I should hold classes for their children. And right now, I have about 6 sign-ups already. But without a laptop, I don't think that is very effective. I cannot use my phone for everything. So this is why I am pitching for a laptop, because it will really go a long way for me as a student and also for online classes. Aside online classes, I am a graphic designer. I am a digital marketer. I have various things I do online, and the laptop will really go a long way for me. Shout out to Giant Strides for this initiative. God bless you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. They have all spoken well. Please permit us to go to the other room and do justice to all of you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
All right, put your hands together for our organizers for this great initiative. Put your hands together for them, please. All right, so we're in the award presentation now. Thankfully, power has been restored, so we're in the award presentation now. So I'd like to invite no other person but the convener of this August event to come and present the award to our presenters, the people that have presented to us. Now we want to present to them. Let's put our hands together for Mrs. Ajayi. Put your hands together for her, please. Can we get the awards to come on stage? Alright, so we'll do it very quickly. I'll call the names of our facilitators, our presenters, and they'll walk forward as Mrs. Ajayi presents these awards to them. Okay, no problem.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, teachers. Hope we have not wasted your time. Hope you will come next year. Yes. So now we are presenting awards to the trainers, our speakers that have empowered us. Have we been empowered? Yes. And I think the only thing remaining now is that you put action. Tell your neighbor, put action. Put action. Tell the person very well. I saw someone not talking. Put action. Put action. Put action to what you have learned. Say that. By next year, I want to see cars. Yes. When you are coming for TAP next year, you should come with your car. Please. You should be 10 times better. So we want to invite our speakers one after the other.
In the order with which they have trained us, yes. That is how we're calling them.
We are appreciating them. This is very low to what they've done for us, but this is our own little way of saying They've been amazing, and we want to see more of them, and they should keep up with what they are doing. What are they doing? They are impacting teachers and the teaching profession, and they should continue with that. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you.
All right, so without further ado, let us call to stage Mrs. Grace Kukoyi. Put your hands together for her, please. Let us appreciate our trainer, Mrs. KK1.
Thank you.
Hello. Okay.
Everyone come to stage Mrs. Opeyemi Fakoya. Put your hands together for her.
Okay.
And to the woman that taught us how to create educational resources, no other person than Miss Kemi Ogunsoya. Put your hands together for her.
Okay. All right.
To our prestigious trainer, Mrs. Blessing Omoshebi. Round of applause, and we welcome her to receive our award.
Hello, ma. Sorry. Okay.
And to the trainer that needs no introduction, Mr. George Agode. Big hands together for him.
Thank you, sir.
All right.
Yes, for Mr. Adeyemi Abayomi, it was an impromptu inclusion. That is why his award is not here. But there is also need for recognition. So let's put our hands together for Mr. Edu-Tech. God bless yourself. Don't forget the J9AI.
Okay.
Right, so we've come to the end. Okay, that's beautiful. Right now, so while we wait for the rewards, for the grants to be given. Oh, okay. While we wait for the grants to be awarded, for the grants to be granted, like one of the picks said, I would like to invite all the awardees to come so that we can have a group picture with the convener. Let's do that. Immediately afterwards, I'll give the floor to one of the vendors so that they can tell us a little bit about the products that they have for us. The awardees kindly come forward so that we can take a group picture with the convener. Okay, that's fine. Yes.
The group with the awardees.
While that is being done, the vendor should please be close by so that we can have. A round of applause for our trainers. God bless you, sir. God bless you, man. All right, so let's welcome the vendor. She takes the floor. And
thank you very much. Good evening, everyone. Rather, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Edu-Tech. I want to appreciate the convener of this event. And I want to appreciate every one of us for your time as well. I know that from here we'll be empowered, I'll be soaring higher and higher by God's grace. My assignment is very, very simple. I just want to go straight to the point. For business owners, for school owners, for corporate organizations, for everyone that is there, I do.
To come again and pitch so that we can be able to have a fair justice to all of this. But for the prize, we have the winner, and the writing part as well we have. But for the laptop, we are having just a little bit of issue on that. So I'm going to announce the writing partner, which is Mrs. Adenuku Oluwafunmilayo.
So, Billy, you just hold on with the presentation, please, so they can get
All right, so for the price, I'm going to start from the lowest price, which is
Fingers crossed.
all right. So so that it won't be as if there is corruption or whatever. There are some criteria that we have to follow just to have the best mark for the price. We check the need, and also we check the numbers of years in teaching, your experience, and most importantly, what exactly do you want to use the money for? So that is one of the things that we use to pick the set of winners that we have. So for the 25,000, so we have Oladele Moses, Oluwajumono. We have Bolade Florence, and the last person is Osumu Eboluwa. You know them please come forward as
Okay, all right. So we're trying to wait for them so they can. But before we go into that, Bolade, right? Bolade, pardon me, Bolade. Can you please tell us how long have you been teaching? Have you
teaching since 2009.
2009. Thank you. And you have a physical product?
Yes. Yes, I do.
When did you start that?
I started last year.
So all of these I'm saying are just like criteria to meet up with that. So
Yes. In the video I made, it's actually, the coconut production actually started in the class. Somebody called me because they know me for this. I don't tell people I don't do it, I can't do it. Because I do different things. I can make hair, I can bake, I can cook. So when they ask me, can you do this? I will say I can do it. So somebody came to me and said that, can you do coconut oil? Actually, I cannot do it. But I told the person I can. Because I've had people saying that they do it this way. So I go online, I search, then I do it. But for me not to fumble, during our home economics class, I brought it to the class, I brought coconut to the class, I made it with my learners. That was how I started.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So if you win the 100,000 naira, what are you going to do? How will you boost your business?
If I win the 100,000 naira, I told you, the least I can do is 1,000 naira home. But because of this program, I have to get money to buy bigger containers so that people can know that I can do more if they need more. So if I'm given the 100,000 naira, I'll be able to buy more coconuts and produce.
Thank you so much. Oladele, if you need this money, what exactly are you doing with it? Yes, I know you said it before. What can you say to them quickly? Just 30 seconds.
Alright, when I get this money, I will go and repair my system, which worth 60,000 for the graphics. Then I will invest on my online tools to be able to get my students and give them access to my online space, like microphone, Wi-Fi, and then the headset.
Thank you so much. And Bola, right? Bola Ebolua. Please tell us, what are you going to do with this money?
If I win this 100,000, I'm going to invest in educational resources for my early years. I'm going to get worksheets, workbooks, and I can even produce my own educational resources that I have designed and tailored to meet each child at his own learning needs. That's what I would use this 100,000 naira to do.
Thank you so much. Thank you. They all spoken well. Thank you so much. Okay. Just to be sure that our money is going into good use. All right. Okay.
All right, so we'll call on Mrs. Edu-Tech to come and help us with this presentation. Please let's have Mrs. Edu-Tech. All right, so the 35,000 naira grant is going to Dosumu Eboluwa.
On behalf of Giant Strides Edu-Tech Consulting, we are presenting this to you. We hope it adds value to you.
Okay. All right. So the 50,000 naira grant is going to Oladele Moses.
On behalf of Giant Strides, we present this check to you.
Okay.
Congratulations, Oladele Moses. Oladele, please see me immediately after the program so that I can complete the money for you.
All right. The 100,000 naira cash prize for the grant is going to Mrs. Golade Flores.
On behalf of Giant Strides Edu-Tech Consulting, representing this 100,000 naira to you, we hope that you can expand your business and buy bigger containers. Congratulations. Thank you,
Up there, right?
Congratulations, Golade Florence. This shows that like Mr. George said, right? Everybody cannot be teaching online. Yes. Like, I mean, teachers does not mean I shouldn't do other things. I know teachers who bake. I know teachers who sew. I know teachers who cook. In fact, my friend goes to my tour. She does market runs for us in Lagos. If you cannot go, just call her and give her your list, what you want to buy. She goes to my tour and buy them and deliver to you. And we pay her. She's also an online teacher. I support your business. Okay. So for the writing part, quickly, Adedoku, yes, Adedoku, she had me from
So on behalf of Giant Strides Edu-Tech Consulting, representing this to you, all the best, ma'am.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you so much, ma. Okay, you might take your seat, ma'am. Yes, you can go now. Thank you.
So, for the laptop, we want to call on Dairo Olua Kemi to come out and Elizabeth. I don't know how to call that. You can come out quickly.
Okay, so that decision was made based on need. We looked at it was hard. It was a very difficult one. But I think that these key teachers just come and have another opportunity to tell us why we use this laptop. Thank you.
Yes. In 1 minute.
Okay. Like I said earlier, 2 years ago, I helped about 12 children learn how to read because I got trained. I believe in upskilling. I've been able to, when I got these children into my class 2 years ago, I almost resigned. I was almost frustrated because I didn't know how to teach children how to read. Basically age 5 to 6. So they were all struggling to read. And what did I do? I went for trainings. I went for about 4 trainings to be able to know how to teach children how to read. And this is why I'm reaching out. I want to reach out to more children. 2 in 10 children can't read. You can Google it. 1 in 5 children can't read. That means 2 in 10 children can't read. I want to help children learn how to read. I want to be as a source of a learning tool to be able to reach out to more children. I just reached out to only 12 2 years ago, then this past section, just 14. I want to reach out to more children so that we will live in a world whereby we will not have struggling readers, so that we will have confident and fluent readers. I'll be glad if I'm granted the opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Please hold on, ma'am. Please hold on. You're teaching online, right?
I've not started. I'm about to. I'm teaching on WhatsApp, just having a conversation. I send worksheets to parents whose children or child is struggling with reading. So during the break or mid-term break, I send worksheets to parents so that they can follow up whatever they learn
So
in
are you
class.
saying that in all of your years of teaching, you've not had a laptop before, you had one but it was
Yes, I have not really had one to my name.
Okay.
So I can, there are times that I will just use from a colleague and just navigate on the TV.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Let's have Elizabeth, please.
I am Elizabeth.
Let's have Dairo.
Okay, I'm doing this speech for the laptop grant because of the pupil that I'm teaching currently. She's a low Down syndrome child, and she's not the only one actually, but she's a kind of a smart child. That the moment I started using the whiteboard for her on my friend's laptop, because before my friend joined me, I was using my phone. So I find out that she was struggling and all of that. I know of the whiteboard, but because I do not have the laptop to teach and all of that. So the moment my friend came and I started using a laptop, she began to practice her motor skills. She started writing, and her mom was really happy. So anytime my friend is not around and I'm using my phone to teach her, she struggles all through the class. I don't get her attention. So when I came across Madam Oluwaseyi, and that is why I am here today, I hope this laptop will be given to me so I could help and
that a child that is even still a child is trying to read and learn with Down syndrome. So I think that for the special needs children, let's do this for them. So we would go with. Should we go with her? Let's go. Yes, we can vote. I've told you my opinion. So who should we go with? Should we go with her?
Yes.
Should we go with her? Let's raise our hands.
Okay, so if I think screaming yes is not going to cut it. Yes, screaming yes will not cut it. One house. If you're a good child, you keep quiet now. If you are all of those children that do not listen in class, this is how we know you. They are still talking. I see you. All of you. Yes, I know. Right now, so we are not, it is not going to be by just screaming and show of hands. I think, yes, you see the hands. Thank you, man. God bless you. All right, so that everything can be done more quickly, I think we have to subject this still to the decisions of the judges. So, thank you very much.
All right, very quick. I'm going to give you about 2 minutes to come back and give you. Thank you.
This is not an easy decision.
I need to go or I need to stay. Okay.
This is not an easy decision. Please cue the music.
More music on trendybeats.com.
Okay, they are back from the inner room. Silent, please. They are back from the inner room. They are in the outer room now. Let the decision be made.
We are watching you.
All right. Due to our understanding that every child deserves equal learning. So irrespective of disability or whatever, we are going to use the idea of the fact that people do not give respect and the right honor to all child that have any disability of learning. So we are going with Mrs. if I'm right, Dairo Osho. Okay, sorry. This is Dairo Oluwakemi for the laptop. That is very nice. Thank you so much.
Imagine, let's look at our time at this point. What's the time? And we are still here, put your hands together for yourself. You are amazing. Hope you've enjoyed yourself and you have learned a lot. Thank you so much for coming.
Once you give that, they're going to give a laptop.
Okay, the judges are, I don't know what they are doing. We have another writing pad, and so they want us to give it to the second order of Mrs. Elizabeth.
This is protecting you.
Don't worry, we'll post our video on LinkedIn and she will get a laptop. I just Jima, doctor is listening to me. Doctor will give the laptop. Oh yeah, Jima, come and present it. I'm sure this will help.
Yeah, look here, smart. Thank you.
Thank you, everybody.
God bless you.
On this note,
We are joined.
on this note, I'd like to thank everyone for being such a gracious audience and students. Right.
We started with God. Let's end it with God. I love you.
That is a very good note. So let us join our feet as we say the closing prayer.
Rise up.
Heavenly Father, we bless you because you have been good to us. Because we set the date and the date was established and all of our plans came to fruition. Heavenly Father, we say be exalted in Jesus' name. Amen. Heavenly Father, just like you have been hearers of this, we want to be doers of it too. Give us the grace and the power in the name of Jesus. Amen. For everyone here that has stayed to the end, stay in power to reap profit, to reap the reward. Let it be released upon us in the name of Jesus. As we grow, we go into more success as teachers in the name of Jesus. Better brands, better income, better impact in the name of Jesus. In Jesus Christ's name, we pray. Celebrate Jesus and put your hands together for.
If you want to, Mrs. Kukoya has volunteered to train people for online teaching.
Oh my goodness. Put your hands together for Coach KP1. Put your hands together for us, please.
Put your name with that protocol. Put down your name inside. winners to come for a group photograph. Thank you. Music, please. Music. The grand winners, Moses.